let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
No! I thought I lost on time. I just myself.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
This is criminal. Oh, that was criminal!
I win.
I
What's good, Turtle Squad? It's your boy.
Wait, huh?
I'm too good at this game. I'm gonna win this thing.
Oh, baby!
And then, this is always the next move. Oh, he surrendered! I knew it, guys, we're geniuses!
Ready!
They have this chess Reddit that's just terrible.
Oh, brilliant! A brain move is a move that is smarter than the computer.
Welcome back, everyone, to PogChamps 5. This is your favorite creator chess tournament, and if it isn't yet, well, hopefully it will be by the time it's over. I'm Levy Rosman. I'm joining you for the third time, and with me for the first time in her commentary debut on PogChamps is, well, not PogChamps, but PogChamps 5, is Alexandra Botes. Alexandra, how are you? Welcome to PogChamps 5.
I'm so excited to be here. PogChamps 1 was definitely one of the most memorable things in my streaming career. So the fact that it's made it this far and creators and the audience is still excited, it's a dream.
Yeah, listen, the drama, the blunders, the brilliancies, like all of that has stayed. The story arcs of all the players, none of that has changed from PogChamps 1, but we have had some incredible chess. We had a day of tense matches. Yesterday, all went to tie breaks. Every day, we're building a new story. And we will continue building a cool story today with all of the matches that we have going on. Let's just remind everybody, for hopefully the last time, maybe the penultimate time, if you haven't watched yet, what PogChamps 5 is all about. It's 4 groups of 4 players. That could be tough for some of us, but that's 16 players in total. They all play each other.
Wow, quick math.
Yeah, I actually have it on a piece of paper. I didn't even have to calculate it. And they all have to play each other. And so based on the scoring of the groups, the top 2 move on to a champions bracket, the bottom 2 go to a consolation. And for the first time ever, there will be a live final in Los Angeles on August the 18th to determine the winner of PogChamps 5. And both of your hosts today will be there, but only if my flight doesn't get canceled. So I'm looking forward to it. That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've never had this happen before with creators in chess for a chess.com event. We did have it with official chess players. Nobody's going to remember this, but let me know in the chat if you remember when we were doing the PCL finals and we thought it was so groundbreaking, and here we are today. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Let's remind everybody of our groups and what's been going on. All the way from the top left, we have CDawgVA, the #1 ranked player in the tournament with 5 points out of 6, leading the pack. Although yesterday he was slowed down and nearly defeated by the mysterious Jarvis Johnson, superhero, if you will. Meanwhile, we've got the group of death, Group B, with Ghastly up top still, 2 wins in 2 matches. Group C just beginning to get underway. Tyler won with 3 points. C and D are lagging a little bit, but we're going to get them all cut up. D just hasn't even played at all. But Alexandra, when you look at these groups, does anybody stick out to you?
So one of the people who I think is a dark horse, and we're going to see him playing today, which is why I'm bringing up, is I Did a Thing. He hasn't been playing chess for that long, but he seems to be picking up the fundamentals extremely quickly. What about you?
He also looks like Theo James, which I said before we even went live, and that's from White Lotus season 2. Great show, and reminded me immediately. So I'm looking forward to that matchup also. But yeah, for me it's Group B. in every World Cup for football, there's a group of death where all 4 teams can beat each other. In Group B, it seems like anybody can beat anybody, and today we do have a Group B matchup. But before I even get into specifics right now, let's throw the matchups on the screen of what's coming up today. We're going to start off in Group A, which is Frank versus Sykkuno. Frank did have a nice win versus Jarvis, and we'll show you a little clip of that later. Sykkuno almost got one off of CDawg, but obviously he was the underdog. He did succumb. But yeah, this matchup, Daily Dose of Internet versus Sapnap. The Botes sisters know both of these players well, so are you looking forward to that matchup?
I am. I'm excited to see them. I mean, Sapnap is a little bit annoying. He's always coming in our chat and spamming. But no, jokes aside, they're both friends. Sapnap does seem to have more experience. He's played in more things like this. But Daily Dose was one of the most eager people to get into PogChamps. So hopefully that enthusiasm can make up for his slightly less experience.
Yeah, listen, Daily Dose played a fantastic match last time versus Ghastly. And of course, we will have our main event of the evening. That will be I Did a Thing. Who was just heavily promoted by my co-host versus Papa Plata, who we've kind of like not really addressed, but he's an OG. I mean, he played in one of the original PogChamps. In fact, like the first one, unless I'm going insane, I might.
Yeah, he was definitely in the first one.
Okay, so there you go, right? He's representing Germany. When we announced the players for PogChamps 5, there was some complaints from Sardoche and some, the French audience that we did not bring a French streamer this time. We don't make those decisions. We'd love to represent everybody, but Germany is on the map. And that is definitely a very, very exciting one. Which of the matchups today are we most keen on? I'm going to say that I'm going to steal the answer first. I'm going to say Daily Dose versus Sapnap just because Group B is so fascinating to me. But you could echo my sentiments.
No, I love it. You're here for the bloodlust. I like seeing it when it's a little bit closer. I'm also hoping that Sykkuno might make a little bit of a comeback, although I see that our chat has been overtaken by Frank fans. But it's always nice to see a comeback.
Yeah, it's tough to say in this PogChamps who is like the crowd favorite. I've seen a ton of Frank stuff, and the Twitch chat just gets really, really, really quick. Everybody spamming their, wearing their emotions on their sleeve, especially when the TikTok and YouTube audiences kind of converge right here. But we've also seen a lot of Big Tonka. So we've seen a lot of Tyler One support. We've seen a lot of people. And here we see a little reel of Frank screaming after his victory over Jarvis. And I don't know how he doesn't cause himself to have a heart attack, but he's a chess sensation. Over 60 million views on YouTube. I don't even know how many he has on TikTok. TikTok analytics are a little bit tough to pull up, but it's got to be close to that. A self-described future grandmaster, and he's played over 1,000 games on chess.com, which is a lot, but other players in the event have played more. And today, he's wearing black. He was wearing white the other day. Is this symbolic? Is this like is there a favorite color that you would wear to tournaments? Like, were you superstitious? You think he's superstitious?
I wish I wasn't superstitious, but my dad once told me that if I ever walk around the house with one sock, someone in my family will die. And I accidentally did that one day. I'm not going to finish the sentence. Nobody died, but my dad was very upset. So I've been superstitious ever since. And at tournaments, if I win, I would just keep wearing the same thing when I was a kid. But now I've grown and evolved. So that's a good thing. What about yourself?
No, you just unlocked a core memory. My grandparents used to tell me if I wore black socks or black underwear, I was like hiding something. Anyway, that just like blew my mind. I like did not remember that, and now I did. Speaking of his opponent though, of Frank and wearing black, we've got Sykkuno who's wearing green and a star there. We all know Sykkuno makes a lot of content, streams so many games, is involved with so many different collabs and streamers. He's in some of the biggest friendship circles when it comes to streaming. He's got nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube. A Streamer of the Year overall nominee, which is a big deal because there's only 4 of them. Yeah, I mean, we're looking to see if he can build on his strong result in his match versus CDawg, where he was 104 or something, but the game review said he was 700. So that's always nice, right? When game review gives you a little 600-point bonus.
Yeah, no, Sykkuno's chess.com rating is definitely not accurate. He played in one of our previous chess events that we threw, and he completely surprised me because I never saw him practice and I didn't know what his level was, and he just came and he performed pretty solidly, and you can't judge him based off going up against the top seeds, so anything could happen.
It's true, and I've already been seeing some fan rumblings like, oh, I don't trust him. I think he has an account and he plays on that account. He just shows up and, you know, like it's all gamesmanship. I'm like, really? Like, is he capable of that? Is that a thing in the streamer world? You're more connected to, I feel like, more variety gaming. Is that what people do? They just pretend to be bad and then they actually are secretly grinding? Because that seems deranged. So I'm not going to listen to the audience.
If somebody is doing that, I could see Sykkuno. He is very smart and very good at a lot of games, so I can imagine him doing anything to get an edge. And honestly, I would do it if I was in his shoes.
Yeah, I mean, right? It's better somebody thinks you're 104, but you're actually an 800. And you're just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I won by accident. We see, I think we're going to pull Frank up for a little bit, couple of minutes here. Our match time is, I think, delayed by about 5 minutes. Players are just getting in their seats. We got to crop them. PogChamps is a big production. Frank is, I don't know what he's doing, but let's unmute him and let's not even hypothesize.
The water looks so tantalizing right now. Guys, this is one of my many dilemmas. Oh, goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Okay, composure, Frank. Composure. Don't let the water win. I win. I win. The water loses, and I climb Mount Everest one day. You know what? I do want to climb Mount Everest one day, because if you think about it, very few people. Wait, no, actually, no, because there's a lot of. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't want to climb Mount Everest because it's very tall and cold. But you know what? I do like the cold weather more than the warm weather. Oh, do I like warm weather more than cold weather, or cold weather than warm weather? I don't know. What's better? See, guys, this is what I've been saying. Weather is determined by the season and the festivals in that season, if that makes sense. So you're going to think about it. You're going to think, what are you on about, Frank? What are you on about? Summer's good, but there's not much going on in summer. Like, it's just a normal holiday. You're like, oh, it's summer. Oh, I'm going to go out with my friends. I'm going to do stuff. But there's not a lot going on. But in winter, you've got Christmas, don't you? And in Christmas, yeah, if you think about it, Christmas, there's a lot going on at Christmas. You got like Santa Claus. He's coming. He's eating his biscuits. He's having a good day. He's doing well for himself. And then while and you got Santa eating the biscuits. But in summer, you're just going out. And if you don't have many friends in summer, it's not that fun, is it? But if you have this is the thing. See, winter and summer, they're like the big dogs of the seasons, aren't they? They're contesting each other. They're against each other. Ooh! But the thing is, I would say I'm more partial to winter. But then am I biased because I live in England? Do the countries help you decide which season you like better? Or, this is a difficult play to make. But then
Levy,
again,
I feel like I just
spring.
Experienced ADHD.
I'm gonna pull spring quite good as well.
Oh, it's still going.
Spring, autumn, winter, and summer. Those are the 4 seasons, right? You see, autumn.
I'm sorry, am I supposed to speak after that? Nothing I will say will ever come close. Why are we commentating? Just leave him on the screen the whole time.
No, he is content. Frank, trying to be a grandmaster, trying to be a philosopher, a man of many talents. What can we say?
What did he say? What was the okay? Let's just remind everybody what he's playing. Because when you think about it, like the summer and winter seasons all have to do with the holidays of that season, and so PogChamps has to do with a best of 2 rapid games. And what that means is that if the score is 1.5 to half or 2 to 0, that person wins in the rapid section of the match, and they get the full 3 points that they are playing for. But sometimes it's 1-1, and you have to play a tiebreak. And we had 2 tiebreaks yesterday, but we're not going to explain the rules to you because we'll just explain them to you when and if we have to. So, thank God we're going to get some games because I was not prepared for more rants about I'm not exactly sure what.
The seasons, the weather, but it's just fun to see Frank going on while Sykkuno is so poised, patiently waiting. They're both wearing black. They both got a similar haircut, but they're polar opposites. And the games have begun. Okay, let's get started.
The games have begun, and we have e4, we have e5, and we have a knight going to the f3 square, targeting this. Sykkuno played knight to f6 against CDawg. I don't know if that's because he likes that opening or... Okay, Frank is now going to play this move and try to play for a fried liver. He loves himself some fried liver. But he's not going to be able to do it if the bishop comes to c5, but we'll see what Sykkuno does.
Well, it's good to see that Sykkuno switched up his openings. It seems like maybe he had played knight f6 by accident.
Yeah, or, you know, maybe this time he's just playing he's looking to play a c3 knight f6 Gucci piano, you know, castles. All right. Sapnap Sapnap, because they're both their usernames start with S. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Sykkuno opting for an Italian in this game, and Frank is castling. Wow, this is excellent stuff from Sykkuno. I don't trust the 159. I mean,
no, it is totally inaccurate, and now Sykkuno doesn't have to worry about dealing against a fried liver. If knight g5 comes in, he can just castle. His f7 pawn is safe, and even though the fried liver isn't accurate, it's actually very terrifying to play against, especially if you're kind of newer in chess.
Exactly. You have to note that you can only successfully meet knight to g5 with a quick pawn to d5 or castles. In this case, just like you said, we have a totally symmetrical position. This is actually excellent stuff from Sykkuno, as long as he castles. There's another way to play this where you play pawn to h6 with black, and then you play pawn to g5, and you just attack white because white castled and you didn't. That's
Hey,
not
he's
a bad
doing the
move.
plan on the other side.
Yeah.
Which is totally good. Of course, oh, bishop g5. We're getting a pin on the knight, and the knight is looking towards d5. This is another very scary threat to deal with, but Sykkuno is going to deal with the attack by just going on offense himself to start off.
Yeah, he played a6 to play b5. That was the reason for that. The computer isn't super happy about it not because of that move, but because of the bishop coming here with some pressure. Now this is a very strong move. That was a big inaccuracy from Sykkuno. He should have taken with the queen. Now he's going to have some difficulties castling. Bishop d5 is a very nice move, not because you're going to win the knight, because the knight could be defended, but your light squares are weak and it's going to be hard to castle. But Frank might take that. I mean, he takes everything.
He doesn't mind trading off his bishops. And actually, one of my favorite comments from chat so far is they said, "I don't know how, but I can hear Frank." We might not know what he's saying, but he's just so animated here.
I would love to hear him. I would love to hear him. We could probably unmute him on this overlay, but we could also throw up a full screen of him at some point. I mean, Sykkuno's just very chill. He just sort of chills. Let's check in on Frank. What's he got cooking up over there? Summer, winter?
Okay, boom, we go there, maybe. I don't know. See, this queen, the queen on d1 is looking a little bit tasty right here. Oh, do I do something with that queen? Boom, I go there, take the knight. We give a check there, and we could threaten the... Oh, this is a juicy position. Oh, I'm just trading.
You were right. He traded. No respect for the bishop or the pin.
No respect. But not. I feel as though have you ever done this thing where you can play like word bingo or like based on a certain amount of things that you spot in day-to-day life, it'll go in a bingo card. Frank plays word bingo with himself. Like, if he can say the word tasty 5 times in a chess match, like, that's it for him.
My gosh. You know what Frank would be incredible at? Have you seen that NPC TikTok trend with, like, ice cream, slay? Frank would kill it.
Oh, Frank. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. We can't steal him from the chess world like that, though.
No. Nobody tell him. Can you imagine Frank sitting there going, oh, that's tasty. Oh, that's tasty. And just like, I can't do them for him because I'm not Frank. Oh, that might be his route right there to a 9-figure net worth.
Pawn take, so good. Yes.
oh my God, we can't lose Frank.
Yeah.
To the NPC
should we just
world.
commentate like that the entire? No, just kidding. Before I get fired.
I can't even think of catchphrases to that extent. I've got to like write them down. Yeah, he took the knight, and there really was no follow up. He played bishop takes. He's like a mad scientist. You know, he'll blow up the lab 9 times, but on the 10th he'll invent a mineral or an element. Now he's got to play moves like pawn to d4 or knight h4, knight f5. Because with knights versus bishops, you have to maneuver. You have to like not play into the bishops.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sykkuno needs to figure out what to do with his king because he's pushed open his pawns on the queen side, so it's not going to be as safe for him to castle there. But then he's also blown up his pawn structure on the king side, so I guess he's just going to have to hang out in the middle for a bit.
Yeah, I love how I just predicted this move. I mean, it's just one of
You're
these things.
You're inside Frank's mind, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I also don't know. It's sort of one of these things like, as a beginner, you want to go forward a lot, but you don't always know how. So you just go, oh, can I go there? Well, if they take me, I just take. And then you just play the move. Like, there's no further thought. That's a blunder.
Yep.
Because now the rook is no longer defending this, and queen takes pawn is vicious, and that's the whole byproduct of playing pawn takes. So
is he excited now because he sees it? It looks like that's what's about to happen. I think he's going to go for it. And then f6 is also going to be under attack. Although, hopefully, Sykkuno will see that he could trade the knight for the bishop and defend it that way.
I really do want to know what he's screaming about. He might be thinking that the rook is going to come checkmate him, and then he might just be like, oh, the rook is coming, and I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't know if he's yelling about the rook or queen takes pawn. Let's go see. He does see it. I see him drawing an arrow. I think we're going to pull him up right now. Let's get there quickly.
No, but I don't. We're just going to pick it up. I'm scared of what this rook will do to me. Oh, we're just going to go there. We're just going to go there. I can go there, maybe. Oh, no, I can't really go there. Okay. I do want to go there, though. Oh, goodness me. I'm shaking. I'm shaking right now. Oh, QTCinderella. I am a scared man in a scared land. Oh, you know what? We could be cooking. Boom, I go there. He takes with queen. Then I go there with knight. Then we get a disgusting fork. Okay, that could be slimy. That could be slimy and grimy right there. Oh, please, please. We need to make it work, babe. We need to make it work right here. Okay, Sykkuno's got 8 minutes.
Oh, no. That's not a good move.
Dokie. You know what? Boom. Do I go... Ooh. Is that just another free pawn?
I mean, he said it. Slimy and grimy.
Okay.
He's seeing it.
Okay,
slimy and grimy. And it's on the board. Slimy and grimy, and knight takes rook is just picking up the exchange. But I have really bad news for Frank. The queen and the bishop are still very, very well aligned. There's a move here, queen to g5, that can trade the queen off by force, but then the black rook comes here, and it's still not over. And then he's really going to be a scared man in a scared land, or whatever he said.
Yeah. And he saw it. Well,
he saw it, but so did the computer, and it's very displeased because rook to g8, and the attack continues.
Yeah, he's going to take on e4. Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's not the best move, but Sykkuno is still hanging on here. I wish he would have seen rook g8 just to make the game a little bit more level. But he's still making threats, and he actually still has the rook g8 plan regardless.
Yes, exactly. Bishop d4 was wrong, not because white could play defense, but because c3 was not just defending, but also creating a threat. This is wrong. It's not a bad move. It's completely understandable. And the knight has to retreat. Oh, my goodness. I was just about to say he's going to play that move.
King g6. King g6. Oh, my God. He saw it. 5 head. All right, let's get in there. Now the knight has nowhere where it can go and not be captured. That being said, Frank at least will have the rook for the 2 bishops.
Oh my gosh, so much is going on. Yes, I knew Frank was going to give a check for just because he could. Now the knight is in jail. If Sykkuno takes the knight, he loses his bishop. All he has to do is go back, and the knight is going to perish. And black is winning because 2 bishops are better than a rook. Not a pawn, a rook. They just are. And there we go. Frank might continue chasing, and Sykkuno's just got to keep running. This knight is gone. It's just a goner.
Well, rest in peace, knight. He had a long journey. He could have lived many lives, but he's going to end early. And not only is Frank going to be down material, but now his king might end up opening up with the 2 bishops looking towards him.
Yeah, this is really, really bad. Can we check on what Sykkuno's thinking? Does Sykkuno realize how good his position is, or is he just sitting there and pretending not to know what's going on again?
Rooks. Okay. Just like I thought, he would go for a pawn.
No, he didn't take the knight.
Yeah, I had a really bad feeling about this, but Frank's knight is still completely trapped. I mean, Sykkuno can just come back for it, rook here or here, and like it's still dead. Frank is not
sure. You do have those options, but I think if Sykkuno moved his king away, maybe he's not thinking of that plan, and if he's not aware of it, eventually he will give the knight an escape route. Although, wow.
Oh my god.
What?
Frank has to go G3 or it's over.
Why did I just move it here?
Can we check in on Frank? He's screaming. I see him. We're going to bring it back to the analysis board real quick. And he has found it. Never mind. We don't even have to. We don't even have to check in. He has found pawn to G3. He is like hyperventilating. And his knight is going to get trapped. His knight
he saw it now. He came back and fixed his mistake, which is always a good thing to do. You don't have to find it the first time. Just correct it at least.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. A move ago, the reason why king takes f5 was wrong was because white could give an anchor to the knight with h4 and knight g5. And
I'm just gonna start yelling out random emotes. Chat, let me know which ones you want me to incorporate in next.
Whoa!
Wait, where did the bishop go?
Sykkuno forgot about his bishop. Sykkuno trapped the knight, but he lost the bishop.
Pepe, please.
He just had to stay patient. The knight was so dead. Brutal.
Yeah, but this is PogChamps. I mean, the eval bar is having the hardest day in the office from all of us.
Yep. Now Frank is he's going full Mr. Burns here. Oh, Sykkuno's lost the bishop. Frank's gonna see this in a heartbeat. Oh, it's there. It's there, and that is it. Unfortunately, there is a reason their ratings are different, and it's because on any given move, the accuracy of one of the players is going to be higher.
Yes,
for Magnus Carlsen,
but not this different.
Yeah, Sykkuno really faded. I mean, he was doing really, really well. Unfortunately, he's sort of fallen off, and Frank has gotten better. Like Frank has gotten stronger as the game has gone on. Yes, Sykkuno's just losing every pawn now. I mean, rook takes pawn, and Alexandra, did you see Frank's first game of PogChamps that I commentated with Andrea?
Was that the one where he found a cheeky checkmate?
That was the one where he found the stalemate.
Oh, I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, he was up a queen and 4 pawns. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm also not saying it's not gonna not happen. I don't know.
I've seen the craziest stalemates in PogChamps. It's very valid. I wonder if Sykkuno is familiar with stalemate, because then he can even try to go and get his king somewhere where it doesn't have a lot of squares to escape from. Although even when you know stalemates, it's hard to imagine where his king could go. Like, let's say maybe his king got to h3 and Frank's rook is covering the g4 square. These are crazy, crazy arrows, but it could happen.
Yeah, I'm just drawing this because white could even lose this game. For example, if white just decides that he wants to move this rook and take a pawn, this king could sneak in. I mean, it would not be the first time that something like that has happened. I've made a video about this concept. Like, this is a secret way to win games. You just run your king up the board, and people stop everything they're doing, and they start checking you, and all of it, and see like f6 and sneak the king forward. And
we got f6.
I don't know if he's going to play the other moves, but now king g6.
Yeah, he just has to resist the urge to keep moving his rook back and forth. Oh, the king wants to go the other way. I understand why he's doing that. He thinks he's approaching towards the passed pawn, but he's not going to stop it regardless. So he's going to have to go for some desperate attempts here.
That's just now white can give a check and assist the promotion. So rook b8, and you make a queen. And I don't think Frank is going to create a stalemate here, but
Still
never say
could
never.
happen, yeah. All right. So what is his best attempt at a stalemate here?
Unfortunately, I think Sykkuno is not allowing many stalemate possibilities. Yeah, this is excellent. And now look at that. I mean, that's...
It's more going to be Frank playing too quickly and getting too many queens, more so than Sykkuno being able to do anything here. But he knows the ladder technique.
Oh, there we go. Oh, and the rook seals it. Rook up, queen forward, and that. Look at that! Wow, well done.
GG's.
Let's check in on how Frank put the final touches on this game.
Then we go there. Then we go there. Then we go there. Okay, that's a checkmate, baby. That's a checkmate right there. Oh, that took us a little while to cook. Okay, but we got there in the end. Oh my goodness gracious me. I was shaking that entire game. Oh, this man is too good. 158. Oh my goodness.
And there you have it. The first decisive result of the day. Frank has taken a 1-0 lead over Sykkuno. He was the favorite in the matchup for sure. He's probably the second seed in the group of 4. But it was a good fight. And actually, for a moment or two, Frank was completely lost. But at this level, some of those moments just come down to a coin flip. And if Sykkuno hadn't given up his bishop, he would have been playing for a win.
Yeah, but even more than that, it did feel like Sykkuno was playing a little bit quickly. He still had a lot of time left on his clock. I think if he slowed it down, he does have the capacity to figure those positions out. But I don't know if he's going to get this feedback in time, so...
Yeah. And not everybody is a try-harding chess student, right? Like he might not really care about going into those small intricate moments and going, oh, I see like the dynamic of the pieces and why I shouldn't have taken the knight because I could have saved my bishop. Like he's a gamer, you know.
Yes,
play,
but he's kind of a god gamer. I've seen him figure out games, and it is extremely impressive how clever he is about them, which is why I feel like he can. He's still the underdog, but he has a chance.
Oh, I definitely think he can. I just feel like learning chess is slightly more frustrating and non-intuitive than learning, I don't know, FPS, Among Us, like a lot of different games, because it's all so situationally specific. I mean, his openings are great. Like, he's obviously not a 150.
Yep.
If he grinded in the chess.com pool, he would easily get up to 400 or 500, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so now Sykkuno is copying Frank's opening. Same position so far, but they flipped colors.
Okay, so Frank allows a fried liver. Is he aware that he's allowing the opening that he plays against everybody?
If he is Sykkuno's going for it.
Is Frank playing?
I think he may have prepared.
Is Frank playing the Traxler counterattack? Oh my, I'm gonna start yelling like Frank. This is, oh my goodness, knight takes pawn and then the queen comes out.
Have you ever been so proud?
I didn't teach him this, but maybe he learned it from me. I mean, the Traxler.
You are the internet's chess teacher, Levy.
The Traxler is a special place in my heart. This is a video I made like way before. I mean, Queen's Gambit era. You know, 2020, like those barren days of chess. Oh my goodness! But does Frank play Queen H4? Or does he lose the game right now? Does Frank know what's going on?
Moment of truth. I mean, he played it so quickly. He must know what's going on. Oh my god! And he remembered the theory.
Oh my goodness, the game might end with knight takes rook, queen f4 check. It's mate in 4. It's mate in 4. Okay, he plays this the queen f2. It's also good. It's also good. Now there's a forced checkmate here. Does he remember it? You have to go d5 or else you might lose.
I guess we're going to see just how deeply Frank went into his homework here. Hey.
Oh, he has to find pawn to d5 check. What's he thinking about? Can we go to his stream? Is he yelling?
I think maybe d6, if he misses it, might be what he goes for.
d6 is also good. Not according to the computer. But...
okay, boom, we go there. That blocks off there. That's blocking off there. Yeah, I feel as though we do go there. Okay, we go there, right? That's blocking off there. That's blocking off there, there. Okay, okay. Oh, is that just... Could this be, mate? Okay, then do I go there next? Or okay, if I go... Boom, I go there. Do I go there with the knight?
He definitely doesn't know d5, but he could stumble upon it.
Okay,
yes.
go there,
let's bring it up to an analysis board. He also might win this game by brute force. So if Frank plays... Okay, so he's losing now. So the reason why here is a mistake, it's a very natural move because you're going to get the bishop, but you gave up everything. Okay, it's like, you know, having a huge investment and you get like 10% back and that's it. Like, he's going to get the bishop, but that's not what he wants.
Yeah, Chad having crypto flashbacks.
Yeah, let's not. Okay, we'll get the bishop. We'll pull out early. I don't want to talk about crypto, Bed Bath and Beyond, none of that stuff. We're just not gonna we're not even gonna. Queen takes bishop is hitting the king, but then pawn here. But if Frank finds d5, that's the winning move. His checkmate in 4, yeah. But will Sykkuno move the pawn is the question.
And he does.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
If Sykkuno survive, I mean, a tiebreak would be very fun here. Now, Frank is just not going to have enough pieces in the attack. But Sykkuno is going to have to figure out a way to get his king into a safe haven. And also, hey, he's setting up his pieces for the next game. Isn't that your line?
Yes, he is setting up his pieces for the next game. Yeah, but now g3 and Frank has messed this up. And Traxler players know this. They get to a position, there's an M in the evaluation, like it was right here, but the only way you win is if you play the move pawn to d5. You have to get this bishop in the game. d5, doesn't matter if king takes. And Frank had another way he could have done it, but at this point, Frank is just desperately giving checks. He's giving a check here, giving a check there, giving a check there, but now white is just going to develop. Hopefully he doesn't lose all his pawns. And
hopefully he doesn't lose his rook.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't lose his rook. White is up a rook and a knight, which is a very good amount of material to be up if you are not getting checkmated. He was getting checkmated, but not anymore.
So Sykkuno just has to move his knight here or his bishop to c3 if he wants to defend his rook. Or he could YOLO, bring his queen to f3 and try to go for checkmate on f7 and then f8.
Yeah, exactly. Queen f3. He could have probably even done it last move. Like, in this position, I would not be shocked if queen f3 and rook f1 were winning. Of course, you don't want to lose everything, but
yep.
Knight d4 is a fantastic move. But if Sykkuno also has to realize, just like you said, he doesn't need to play defense all the time. Like, he can play queen h5, and he will probably win in 5 moves. But
should we go over to Sykkuno and see if he's thinking about it? Oh, I do see him arrowing. He did look at queen h5, but he was worried about knight takes c2.
Yeah.
So... although that doesn't defend against it because knight takes c2 is coming in with check here. But at least he saw the check.
Yes. Rook to b1 attacks the queen. Now, obviously, queen takes pawn would be terrible because Frank doesn't want to trade queens. What does Sykkuno think?
Someone said, I would bet my entire life savings Frank wins or draws this. Well, I hope you at least put your channel points out there.
He's thinking hard about this move. Let's see. What would I do if I were him? I would probably just move this back somewhere far. Not here, but like, honestly, I'd just move it all the way back there or something. I don't know. I guess you can
I think you listen to Sykkuno when you're ready to go to sleep because it's so calming, and to Frank as your alarm clock.
Yeah, I think he almost just loses
we need
his
a
queen here.
Sykkuno
There's
Eric
not
Rosen
too
stream.
much he can really do about it. Okay. Unless,
right,
well,
let's go back to the analysis board.
Here,
this is great, but it's too calm for me. It's unnerving.
You're right. No, it definitely is.
Knight takes c2 check is a very natural move, but it's horrendous for black because, and I don't blame Frank at all, after king f1, by some sort of miracle, black's only move is queen here. And then you're just going to lose the knight. He could find knight e3 forking,
Ooh.
and then losing the knight for that knight instead of just losing the knight for nothing. But it's over. I mean, he's losing all his pieces, and this is the issue. Like you have to understand your opening, but you have to know the key idea, and the key idea is to add this bishop. And if you don't, Frank had another chance. I think I'm just going to quickly show as we wait for the next move. He could have gone for this, and there was a chance that he, I don't know how, but somehow could have checkmated like this and hunted the king, but all of that did not happen, and he is losing by a lot of material. He did find knight e3, though.
Frank's been cooking. I'm not surprised he found it. His tactics have been pretty good. But at this point, he is down a rook and a knight. It might just be too much material to come back from, but weirder things have happened.
No, do we consider this a real disadvantage for black? I mean, does white even remember he has a knight?
Well, I mean, it could be an advantage for white as well if he somehow gets his queen to f7. But you're right. It's all on how he plays this. Queen b3 would be a simplifying move for him. Obviously, yeah, queen h5 is better, but... Uh-oh.
H4 is crazy. That is a, like, Sykkuno having, and I try to tell beginners, like, you're up so much material. What are you doing pushing a pawn? You got to use your forces here, right? You got to get the queen. Always look for checks. That was the only check white had. It also happened to be a great move. And Frank found this, and he's winning the knight. What a ridiculous move, by the way.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of newer players just start panic pushing their pawns when they don't know how to continue. So if that's one of you guys in chat, you can learn from this game. But at least what he's doing is being forced to move his king off of the open file, which would then open it up for his rook. But he might just continue pushing pawns based on what we've seen.
Yeah, Sykkuno's got to move the king and then actually like end the game. He has to get the queen and the rook together. He's got to attack the king. But if he just, yeah, exactly. If he just moves his pawns,
Somebody in chat said, panic pushing has helped me with many games at my 250 level. And for sure, it's going to work a lot in those early stages, but Frank is too strong to just be pushed around from pawns.
Oh.
He saw it. There you go.
That's a great move. Now, and Frank is smart. He's going to get the bishop out, but Sykkuno could end everything right now. I mean, the computer is such a scumbag. Like, yeah, I mean, it's considering all these moves. Obviously, blunders, bishop e6. Rook takes pawn is just screaming to be played. This is a check. That's a check. Sykkuno's just not using his queen. What is that? Where is he going here? Is he doing this? What's he doing? What is this move? Is he doubling?
If he plays queen c1, I'll respect it. It's a good plan.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
More pawn pushes. But now he's opening up the rook. I hope he sees that his queen is under attack.
Oh, I don't want to look. I'm closing my eyes. I'm not looking.
No way. No, he's going to see it, Levy. Don't worry. Although this feels like one of those in before moments.
I just can't even just.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank God.
You can open your eyes. It's okay now. It's safe, Levy. You can come out.
Oh, my God. That was terrifying. And Frank better not play rook takes rook. I mean, he's played enough chess games. When you're down this much material, you don't trade. If he trades, I'm going to have to yell at him. Just move your rook over. Got to preserve the rook.
Uh-oh. Do you see what move he's hovering over, Levy?
Oh, my God. Put the rook down, you absolute... Just... Okay, he put the rook back. He did, in fact, put the rook back. We're looking behind the scenes here. He had his hand like this. I mean, the rook became a black rook. He had it right there. Oh, that's genius and terrible at the same time, because if you take, you lose your queen, but now he's forced to trade everything.
So it's all on Sykkuno here. He's trying to bait him, although... I guess I respect it, because when you're down so much material, sometimes you got to go for things that are incorrect, but if they somehow work out, you get to come back.
And on move 28, we have the first check of the game by white, which is queen to g4. If Sykkuno had found a check 10 moves ago, he would have won. Now he gives a check. I don't even know what Frank is thinking about. Does he even realize it's check? What he's thinking of this move. Okay, now he's gonna.
He's just hovering. He's just hovering. And now that Sykkuno got his queen off of the d file, his rook is free to take the bishop on a2 after. So that was a very nice tactic that he found.
Yes. I have no evidence at all if that was his idea.
Oh, you think it might have just been a check and he was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, rook takes bishop was not possible, as you said, but now it is. I can't believe Frank is still thinking. I mean, goodness gracious, what is he thinking about?
Okay, I see a lot of people cheering for Sykkuno in the chat now. Okay, chat, spam who you're supporting for here.
Yeah,
although
it could be...
I like that there's diehard fans on both sides.
All right, let's check in on Frank. I don't know what's going on over there, but I think he's convinced he can't move his king.
Chaos, yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, what play do I make here? Okay, we'll just go there. Oh, he's won a bishop. That was foul. That was absolutely foul right there. Holy guacamole, that was well.
Sykkuno takes it quickly,
okay,
so I guess even if he didn't see it right away, he saw it when it counted.
That was not.
Yeah, that was very, very well done. I have no idea if that was even like the intention, but I think Frank's time spent on that move definitely allowed Sykkuno to build up kind of like that energy, you know, the confidence, and be like, okay, rook a5 now. Okay, the last thing that's remaining in this game is Sykkuno has to launch a massive attack toward this king. When you're up this much material, you could make it an endgame, or you can launch a huge attack. Queen a6 now is a violent move because you can't take the rook due to various checkmates.
But it is very hard to see here.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And I do see that Sykkuno does like moving his rooks. We saw that earlier when we were a little bit confused why he was pushing his rook up to the second rank. I think he understands the concepts of doubling rooks, and he's maybe just mistaking when to do it in the game.
Yeah, totally. Like rook a5, he also could have just thought that this was hanging. Now he's like, I can't take it. The only way he loses this game is with the queen sniping a rook from the corner of the board. So,
right.
Like Frank might go queen f8 here, threatening the rook, and hang the queen to the other rook.
Botez Gambit OP.
Oh my, that would be...
You know, with Frank, I just must... I don't think he lives with like roommates or his parents or anything. But if he does, imagine just listening to him outside of the room and then finding out what he's actually doing.
I think he lives with his family. Yeah, they must have really thick walls over there. Like, or they soundproof the room, or he streams in the basement, you know? Okay. Oh, he's setting it up. He's setting up rook takes, queen takes rook. That's what he wants. It doesn't work at all. Make no mistake. It is absolutely not a good move, but nothing was a good move. Okay. The computer is so evil. Look, it says every move Frank plays is bad. Just every move that he's playing is a double question mark. But what do you want him to do, you scumbag?
Yeah. And I mean, the computer accuracy is not that good when you're already lost because, again, sometimes it's better to make moves that are not good. They'll give you a better chance. I would love for Sykkuno to see the idea of getting his queen to a6 and just seeing him complete his attack here.
Yeah, Sykkuno should be able to just trade, and I mean, he could go for the king. He could just defend himself. You got to make sure everything is defended. You got to trade the queens if you can. I think I saw Danny in the chat. Of course, Danny Wrench.
Danny Wrench?
And he said, I don't think I've seen Frank stop talking for more than 2 seconds ever, and that is not even an exaggeration. Like, during our lesson, we did a lesson together. I think he was exploding because he couldn't speak. He is like those commercials back in the day for the candy, the Airhead candy. Yes. Like, he is like a exploding balloon of energy. It's unnerving. I think Sykkuno might go here and hang his rook, by the way. Like, it's just one of these moves. I go here, I face your pawn, and then boom. But he should double. That's really what he should do.
And I feel like he was preparing to double. So, I think... Okay, I mean, he doubled in one way. He should be doubling on the D file and not on the 4th rank. But he is putting pressure towards E4, so that's good.
Yeah, it's very nice that he's doing it this way. Also, he has a very nice configuration here. Queen, bishop, you got the rooks. He's staring down right here. So I like what he's doing. He could just eat. That's all he's got to do, just eat. And then he's got to go for checkmate. That's all. That's all that's preventing him from sending this to a playoff.
How likely do you think it is that Sykkuno is going to win this game? Because I think chat might think that it's finished, but definitely not.
No, it's like 70%. I mean, it is not. It is so losable. with the queen on the diagonals, I mean, it's still like it's a solid 70, but queen d5 and you lose the rook. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
queen h1 is a fork, but you can't go there. But that would be nice.
I will say, from what I've seen so far, Sykkuno has had trouble finishing off the attack. And he maybe hasn't learned yet the idea of trying to trade when you're up pieces. So those are the two main things that would help him win this game.
Oh, rook 8. This is why you always have to look for checks. And it's on the board. What? Wow.
Okay, there you go. Tie break. Hey, Levy, you're going to actually have to explain that. That's fun.
Yeah, no, the tiebreak is. This is our third match in a row that's gonna go to. I'm not gonna say anything. Does Sykkuno know how to checkmate?
I mean, he has another pawn. He could always get another queen.
He's gonna get two queens.
Let's not count the chicken before it's hatched.
Oh, that's mate right there. Queen A8 is mate in 1, by the way.
Both are good here.
Oh, is he gonna take the pawns? Is he gonna take? There's a way you could stay. Oh.
Moment of truth.
Wow.
Yeah, good job, Sykkuno.
Wow, let's go check it on Sykkuno's last moves.
Almost 200 rated now. Wow, 32 rating for one game. Not bad. Not bad. Whew.
Nice.
Oh my God.
What a rating change for Sykkuno. He's still, is he still provisional, or are you gaining more when you're that rating?
I think it's a mix of both. I think chess.com is trying to throw you out of the 100 area so fast to make you feel good. But I mean, it's 1-to-1. This is unbelievable. Frank is an 800 consistent rapid player, and Sykkuno just defeated him. Granted, the opening was a bit crazy because Frank went all in with an aggressive attack, and he had a mate. Like, the attack worked, but he didn't play the mate. So he just spent the whole game down the material. Sykkuno played well, made almost no mistakes, and converted. And now we have we have a playoff for the third time in a row. So I'm just going to explain to the audience real quick, and then we will make our predictions and so on. The players now will play a 3-minute blitz game with 5 seconds bonus time. So they play 10-5 normally. They're now playing 3 minutes with 5 seconds bonus. White is going to be determined by the higher accuracy of the previous 2 games, right? So I think it's highest overall, but it might be the average. Regardless, the person that was more accurate over the last 2 games is going to play with white. And I'm going to be told momentarily, I have been told as I said that, it's Frank. Frank had the higher accuracy over the past 2 games, and therefore he is going to start with white. A lot of these players have won with white in the rapid matchup, and then they have prevailed in the tiebreak, but that's not always guaranteed. Oh, and if you're wondering what happens if it's a draw, they just change colors. We had that yesterday. We had double overtime with Ghastly and Sapnap. That match was insane.
Wow. Yeah, no Armageddon here. And going into the tiebreaks, we know that Frank is the favorite, but it's kind of interesting because in this game, he lost almost because he knew too much theory, but not enough to get all the way.
Exactly. He almost won. Unfortunately, Frank almost won, Sykkuno almost lost, but sometimes that's just life. But you know one thing that we are really not talking about that I will talk about right now? Frank is a 200 elo blitz player. Like, he doesn't play blitz. He plays rapid. He mostly plays rapid. I mean,
he talks so quickly. He's clearly able to think quickly, although he has been lower on time for both games.
Yes, he has been lower on time. And there you go, 253. He is only 15 points higher rated than Sykkuno. He goes for a Vienna this time, but I don't know if he's going to play the gambit. Oh wow, he does play the gambit for the second time in the tiebreak. Sapnap did this yesterday against Ghastly. I
honestly think he's this rating in blitz because he can't stop talking and it's distracting from his time. Look at Sykkuno. He's talking a lot less now.
Yeah, and Sykkuno's just sort of like, I don't know, and Frank, you moved the pawn there because you see he's got to take. Now Sykkuno can't go forward. This is very tough. He's lost the knight.
Oh, no.
Yep. Will Frank see it, though? Oh, yep. He has. And,
gobble.
That's an attack on the queen, but queen takes pawn is vicious. Castling, there's bishop. We got to move the pawn and then get the bishop out to this h6 square.
Yeah.
But Alexandra, it's not over. He might still lose the queen. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I would no, because even if he doesn't see the threat on his queen, I think he's going to see the G7 pawn. And he did. Okay. He took it. So now Sykkuno. Oh no, his rook. Ah, that's so sad.
Oh, knight d5 is violent. Oh, queen e5 is eating everything. I'm telling y'all got to start playing this Vienna Gambit. Sapnap did it yesterday against Ghastly, got a winning position. Yeah.
Yeah, people are just not used to it, and it's not what they find when they're studying the basics. And then if you try to apply the same rules that you're used to, it doesn't work, which is why it's so good at beginner levels.
Listen, I'm beating GMs with it too. I'm just saying, but at beginner level
Levy
game,
loves it.
I will. They'll put the Vienna on my tombstone. Oh, knight c7. Oh, this is a feast. This is a feast. Let's check in on Frank's stream real quick if we can. I think Frank is eating. He's eating like early Thanksgiving dinner.
And what season would it be in Thanksgiving?
Oh my! What is happening?
We can go back on his season. Right?
Oh my goodness! I'm just destroying. What? Okay. We'll go there next. Okie dokie. What? Okay, we're just up by 18 right now. We are up by 18. What is going on? What is going on right here? Okay, we'll castle up. Okay, as long as we just get pieces involved right here, we should be looking very tasty. Okay. All right.
I love that the way he thinks is just by clicking random pieces.
Happened?
Yeah,
I mean,
and he still makes good moves for the most part.
No, it works for him. Sykkuno actually needs to get rid of some of his pieces to have a chance.
Yep. Okay, Sykkuno's only chance is a stalemate of some sorts. It's mate. Knight c7 is mate. The knight comes back from the dead.
Oh my gosh!
It's the only
hovering. He touched the knight. Oh no,
why would you put your bishop there? Oh, but Sykkuno's just hell bent on losing every piece. I mean, it's just.
But again, if he loses every piece, he might be able to stalemate.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, now he plays knight c7. Frank's accuracy is 95% right now.
Wow. Is this Frank's best game ever or Sykkuno's worst game ever? It's maybe a mix of both.
Mix of both, but this is why I told Frank to play the Vienna, and he's like, I don't know it. Well, he knew it pretty damn well in this game. Knight back to a8, by the way. Very funny. Oh. B4 pawn mate, rook mate. Oh, it's on the board. And Frank with rook c4 checkmate. Let's go check in. Are we going to check in on the last move of the game there?
Well, nicely done, Frank. He finished us off very nicely.
There, give a check. All right, we're going to go. Oh, and that's okay. What on earth? What just happened? What? That was insane.
He didn't even know it was made.
Guys, what happened? He played so well. What happened? I'm guessing Blitz is just another frontier. What? I don't know what just happened right there. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, but what on earth? What on earth?
Well, what on earth is that Frank just beat Sykkuno in resounding fashion. That had a lot less to do with Sykkuno and a lot more to do with the Vienna, the opening that Frank played. So Frank victorious in our first matchup of the day in the tiebreak. So he will earn 2 points for his group standings. And Sykkuno will earn 1. Sykkuno came to play. I mean, he defeated somebody rated 800. What are your impressions of what you just saw?
That last game was wild. I agree with your analysis. I think Sykkuno was definitely the underdog going into this, and that ended up happening. But what I will say is that if Sykkuno has little tips going into the next game, I think he could be able to make a pretty big jump. And even if he doesn't make it into the championship bracelet, he has a good chance for the challenger.
A bracelet? Was that like a poker Freudian slip?
Yeah, it was. You knew what I meant. My bad.
Listen,
we need to bring bracelets to chess, okay? They're way cooler.
Honestly, we should. Like, it's a live final. You know what, Ludwig? You're helping organize the whole thing. Make a beautiful golden bracelet for the winner of the live final, and we'll put it on them. It's gonna have chess. It'll have mogul moves on it. It's a genius idea. Look at that.
That would be so cool.
There you go. Ludwig, if you don't do it, you're a scumbag now. You heard it. You got a watch party going on. They'll probably all hear it. The pressure's on you. Here are the group standings of Group A. CDawg up top with 5 points. Yesterday winning in a tiebreak fashion over Jarvis. Frank pulling it off versus Sykkuno. This was always expected, but the most fun matchup is yet to come in this group because it's going to determine who is the winner of Group A. And that matchup still hasn't happened yet. It's not happening later. It's happening at another date. CDawg versus Frank. Alexandra, who do you think is the favorite in that matchup, given everything you've seen?
Well, CDawg is still higher rated. So objectively, I'll say he is the favorite. But I mean, we can tell from these games that Frank has been studying, and sometimes that studying has helped him cook.
Oh, it's absolutely helped him cook. That was an incredible game. This is everything I wanted from Group A. I wanted Frank to start strong. And I got good news, everybody. We are going to be right back. That's not the good news, but the good news is we are bringing back the one and only Frank the Tank Woodley for an interview. Don't go anywhere.
Still potentially be stalemate, but no, Ludwig has no mercy. Literally 50. Wait, oh, there was increment. I didn't realize there was increment.
Yes, there's a 2-second increment, so 3 minute plus 2-second increment. He has now collected a lot of time, went all the way up to a minute.
No! No! 1 minute on the clock!
Well, we have another tiebreaker.
Yes, 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 yes.
Move over, Mittens. There's a new top dog in town. Benji the Bernadoodle might be an international master of fetch, but chess lessons with his dad, Gotham Chess, aren't really sticking. Host of his own public access TV show, Wishboy knows a thing or two about the most dramatic moment in chess history. A baller through and through, Buddy Buckets is moving his game from the basketball court to the chessboard. Watch out! Pinky practices chess from the inside of his mom's handbag on Woofstock's law campus. Don't judge a dog by its Diamante collar. Ponchik learned chess from his dad, GM Levon Aronian. He has never lost to another dog at chess and certainly won't lose to you. This July, the possumness is unleashed on chess.com.
I was here!
I was lost. Oh, okay, well, hey.
8, let's go!
Oh no, I think I should have just done that. Chat, I got 14!
We beat it! Let's go! No, 15, unreal. No, first try. 8 in a row, 9 in a row, baby! Let's go! Let's go! I got a little achievement thing.
I honestly really enjoyed that. That was really cool.
Become a chess.com community streamer at go.chess.com/start.
Welcome back, everyone. There we see Frank and a couple of highlights from his matchup that just concluded versus Sykkuno. Alexandra's allergic to the chess on the screen.
Yeah, God.
Frank taking a sip of the water, and this was the big moment. Rook to c4. The checkmate that we didn't even know was checkmate because of the odd configuration of the knights on the back rank. The good news is we are now joined all the way from the UK. Frank, how are you?
I'm feeling great. I did not expect that last game. That was insane, even for me. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
How was the match relative to how you thought it was going to go? What do you know about Sykkuno other than that he's 100?
Well, I saw his match against CDawg, and he did look better than his level was. But I still thought I'd win. Right, I'm not trying to because I just thought he is. Oh wait, no, I still thought I'd win, but he is very good. I didn't expect him to be this good. I was amazed by the.
Well, it looks like you've been taking your chess very seriously, and that you've clearly been preparing your theory, as we saw when you're reacting and blitzing out against the fried liver attack. How much chess have you been studying going into this?
I mean, done a few here and there, a few little bit of studying. Not as much as I should have, but still did a little bit. I'm going to be honest, I'm quite a lazy person, but I try and work when I need to.
Frank, the second game, is the Traxler something that's you've been playing a lot of? Is that what you normally play?
Well, I played it once. I played it once right, and then every single other time I've forgotten how to play it. So I kind of play something in the variation of it, but after around the fifth move of it, I just don't know what to do, and I just panic. So that's what happened there.
Yeah, you actually played it perfectly. You just had to move your D pawn. So if you're gonna do any more chess today, spend 30 seconds and just rewatch either the stream or just analyze the game. You almost played it so perfectly, it looked great, but then you pulled off the Vienna. You just took everything. You were a vacuum cleaner in the last game.
Oh wait, I was supposed to move the D pawn? I didn't know that. I just thought the D pawn was like a statue in the middle.
No, in the Traxler, yeah, it was. I mean, in your game it definitely was, but you had to move it. It was great though. I mean, I asked your future opponent, your last opponent of Group A. I asked him this question yesterday. Do you feel any emotions going into that matchup versus CDawg? Because you have a chance to win Group A, and you have a chance to beat the #1 rated player in the event, and there's the whole England and Wales rivalry, right? How strong are all the emotions going into that matchup?
I mean, I obviously want to beat the best guy in the group. I want to show him who's boss. And, well, the Welsh do have a nice flag. But, yeah, obviously, I'm guessing there is some rivalry there. Going to win it for the English people. Going to win the rivalry because hoping to anyway.
Well,
before we go, I know we have to soon, but Frank, Levy was really loving your rant on the seasons and the weather, but he was getting a little bit lost. Do you mind explaining it to him just slightly?
Well, pretty much. I was saying, like, the seasons, there's like, it matters on like the weather and it matters on the festivals in the season because they make the season the season. They make it what it is because summer's hot and it's nice, but winter, it's cold and bad, but you got the whole Christmas thing, and that's just bringing it all together. That's all the festivity, you see? That's why, like, the festivals make it what it is.
I'm captivated. Sorry, I was crying because I actually cried when you went in on this rant the first time. I was just overwhelmed with emotion because I learned so much. Frank, we got to get on to our second matchup of the day, but we both wanted to congratulate you on a huge win. Congrats on winning literally almost all of the pieces of your opponent in the tiebreak. And we wish you all the best in your last matchup in Group A. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye, Frank. That was a touching moment. And now we are going to take a look at our next matches for the day. Nothing will be as profound as this one, but we've got Daily Dose of Internet versus Sapnap, followed by I Did a Thing versus Papa Plata. I do believe Daily Doses. We just rolling straight into that. We're about a minute or two away from a start there.
Okay, so who is your favorite, and not your favorite? Who do you think is the favorite going into this?
I don't know. I am not going to say anything until they start playing because I am biased. And I have worked with Sapnap a bit, not because I don't like Daily Dose. We see him there, but I don't know him as well, and that's just how it goes, right? You don't know some people, so the Botezes know him. Andreas helped him out a little bit. He was very good in his matchup versus Ghastly, but he came up short, and he did not get on the scoreboard in the group. He is looking like a killer. I mean, he looks like a UFC fighter.
Or a serial killer, who knows? Like sitting in the dark there.
Oh my God! Yeah, but by the way. Andrea mentioned he's traveling in Europe, and isn't Virtual also? Aren't they in the same place?
Are they? I heard he was in Norway, which is, pretty good chess juju.
Yeah, and that's where Virtual is, because I saw Anna Kramling tweeted why don't they just meet up and fight? Like, why just play the chess live? Maybe they could do both.
Yeah, no, actually, that would be cool. Having all of the PogChamps games live would be sick. Can't do it because of production, but it would be way more intense. Although I don't know how you'd be able to handle all the talking during.
I don't know. But there we see Sapnap. Sapnap did mention to me yesterday he was super motivated. He was really bummed about his the worst part about the matchup yesterday versus Ghastly is you play 4 intense games. It's like an hour and a half, and you lost. You lost the match. Right,
but he can still fight his way and rematch him in the. I'm calling it the championship bracelet. We're gonna manifest this.
Right, because if you both make it to a bracket, you just play other people, and then you might meet up in the end anyway. But
exactly,
this is the group of death. Like Sapnap was very, very, very motivated to win this tournament and do well. But there are no guarantees. And I mean, his group is all over the place. He was higher rated by 200 points yesterday, but I think Ghastly might be the best chess player in the whole group. Like, I haven't seen Virtual play yet, but he was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Ghastly has been a fan of chess for a really long time. So maybe he only started playing online recently, so it doesn't reflect his rating.
Oh, well, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, if he's been grinding versus bots, or he's just sort of like a big study guy. Like, again, we see, Frank mentioned it himself, he's a bit lazy. I'm also a bit lazy. I don't take my chess training seriously at all. And if you actually really study the game of chess, it'll pay off.
Well, I guess that's why you and Frank might have something in common with your goals, and maybe if they get hit or not,
we have F4. Oh, Sapnap busting out a gambit. Look at this, E5.
Ooh.
I may or may not have had something to do with this. This is
why are you teaching everybody the gambits?
Well, I told him that, listen, Daily Dose likes to play a bird. And in the bird, there's a lot of these lines where you can get a big attack. You can take, but the bishop and the king is going to be open. But Daily Dose is solid. He's not taking everything. He's just, responding. There we go. Now, hopefully Sapnap doesn't rush, because knight takes, obviously there's queen here, but there is pawn to g3. So you don't, but, bishop d, look at that.
Beautiful. He is developing his pieces. Even though he gave up a pawn doesn't mean as much as it does at our level. So I think sacrificing getting the development is easily worth it.
Absolutely. Now, black is still totally fine here because white's king is a little bit weak. So you can play moves like bishop here to try to remove the knight, so you could put your queen on the h4 square. There's also crazy stuff like g5, g4. You could actually do anything. Oh, Sapnap is just going for the kill. Oh my goodness.
What? I mean, you did say
It's made! Bishop g3 is checkmate!
No.
It's made! Oh my goodness, Sapnap is a genius! Does he see it?
No, he's hovering over the g-pawn. He's hovering over the g-pawn.
Oh, Sapnap, it's all gone so well. It's perfect. The opening went so well. Bishop g3 is mate. Can we tune in? Oh my goodness.
It does not seem like it's gonna be so easy.
It's just right there. He's always said he's bad at puzzles when they're live in games. It's the only check.
Slow it down. Wait, it's checkmate.
Oh, it's checkmate!
Oh my god!
Yes!
Right?
I think Daily Dose has also
How's he
seen
blocking?
it.
I think good checkmate.
Oh my
Holy shit.
goodness!
Holy shit! Woo! I need to see that. That's a clip.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, he slowed down. He was just about to go G5, G4. I'm not even going to analyze. Sapnap takes a 1-0 lead in 5 minutes of playtime.
Yeah, Daily Dose. And this is your Daily Dose of blunders. He is looking into the camera. He laughed. He seems to be taking it well. Wow. I guess the craziest move won.
That was incredible. And Sapnap did that completely on his own because Daily Dose responded perfectly to that aggressive stuff. And I was just sitting here like, well, we're just going to have a long game. But he reacted to the pawn threat, and Bishop G3 is just game over. That was the fastest game of the event. But that's the danger, right, of playing F4 and the Dutch with black. It's just you've got to keep your king safe.
Well, this
my
may have
goodness.
actually been the shortest game in PogChamp history. Was this 6 moves?
Well, it was the same. It's tied
Yeah,
for...
so it's tied, yeah.
It's tied. It's black's 6th move. Yeah, Moist Critical
Oh,
versus...
and I've been there for both. Maybe I'm the problem.
No, I think, listen, I think it's a byproduct of F4. And that's, it do be like that sometimes. Wow, that is a massive result. G5 was brilliant. That was a brilliant move by Sapnap. I mean, my God.
But I don't think he knew, because he was just trying to push his G-pawn all the way. I mean, if he had pushed it and knew he was inducing mate, absolutely. And I still got to give him credit for finding it and pausing. But
he was trying to play Queen H4. That's what he was trying to. He was trying to bring his queen out, but Daily Dose played perfectly, and he was just going to consolidate. And I noticed that with his chess. Like, he is so solid. He's so good.
Yeah.
But, oh my goodness. Yeah, that does happen. And wow, that is, you couldn't have asked for a better start. I mean,
no.
Wow.
Well, for Daily Dose's sake, it is painful to lose in 6 moves. Hopefully he has a better second game and has a comeback and can at least fight it in tie breaks.
Yeah, I mean, Daily Dose with black is also a very, very good player. And he can obviously get the job done. We saw this yesterday in Sapnap's match. Somebody won, right? Sapnap begins with E4. Daily Dose, yeah, he just plays E5, right? We see Sapnap also going for a Vienna. We have lots of Viennas. I take I am not responsible for anything that happens in this
I've
Vienna.
never seen so many Viennas in a PogChamps, and I've never seen you teach so many people. I'm not saying something is happening here, but...
Listen, I only teach 2 people. There's 16 participants. Everybody's coaching. All right, Sapnap is playing the Vienna Gambit completely in heat. This is not the Vienna Gambit. This is the Sapnap Gambit right here, but he's still going for it.
Okay, can we talk a little bit about F6? That's not a move you usually want to play as black on move 2. I wonder if maybe he confused it, because if he had his pawn on D5, then E6 and C6 would work, so you just got to shift all the pawns over 1 rank.
Yep, that's also a better, the light squares are better to set up with because the king is safer. I didn't really have any input for Sapnap's white openings, specifically for this matchup. I just showed him the Vienna and I said, you can play it if you want. But this, this I did notice when I looked at Daily Dose's games, and it's not great, but for this level, it's fine. As long as he at least gets the other pieces out. I don't like how he's negating the development of his other pieces, though.
Yeah, I agree. And this pawn structures is going to make it even more difficult because now he can't put his knight on F6.
Yep.
But you know what? It's only upwards after that last game.
Yes, there is no way to win in 2 moves here for White. In fact, White is playing his 6th move. We've already crossed the threshold of the last game.
Yeah.
But yet, see, this is the issue. Oh, man, Daily Dose is really winging it. He's really, really winging it.
Do you think he's tilted? Because he's just pushing his pawns before he's moved any of his pieces. They're all still on the back rank.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I'm not sure. This is a very different Daily Dose than the one I saw in his matchup versus Ghastly. I mean, he was ridiculous in that matchup.
What time is it in Norway? Can we say maybe it's just too late? I'm just trying to find, some tangible excuses here.
Yeah, maybe it's the lights. Maybe it's
maybe.
F5 is a fantastic move by Sapnap. I mean,
it's 11 p.m. Some people go to bed early, Chad. All right.
Doesn't Magnus like wake up at this hour to go to raves and stuff?
Magnus raves now? I see him more as a bar guy.
He's played a whole tournament on a DJ set.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Even though, the chess and DJing, it doesn't mix unless you bring chessboards. Otherwise, it's a little confusing. But okay, so back to the game. Sapnap has taken a lot of space. C5.
Yeah.
I don't actually think that's terrible because at least he can control the d4 square and bring his knight to c6 and d4.
Yeah, it's certainly not terrible. The knight going there is not necessary, but the bishop on c4 will be just an absolute god. Pawn to c3 is a fantastic move, but obviously, just don't go bishop b5. This is a very natural move for a beginner, and I like as you get stronger at chess, you realize it's a Swiss cheese position. So the light squared bishop is just, and of course, there's also stuff like this. So. Yeah, what Daily Dose did wrong in this game is he committed 3 pawns to dark squares and gave up the light squared bishop. The good news is this is all teachable, right? Like stuff like this, you improve over time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not intuitive at the start. You're usually just thinking bishop is worth 3, knight is worth 3, the trade is fine. But then as you evolve, you just notice where is your opponent putting their pawns, what color. I do know, though, that Sapnap has been really enjoying attacking Daily Dose, so I imagine he's going to go for some pawn pushes himself, and then he goes a3. So.
Oh my goodness! All right, here comes 94. This is the comeback of Daily Dose right now. I mean, he's got to find one of these two moves. He cannot go if he plays Queen e3. I will vomit. He's got to defend the c pawn, and I think he sees that.
He might also play Queen d1. Just go back, retreating here. It's obviously not as good as keeping his queen active, but he has 3 good options, so he should be fine.
He's, let's check in on him. He's highlighting stuff right now.
We go here and just protect the square. Yeah, we go here and just protect the square. We need to get this pesky dude out of here. I don't like this knight. I was like, yeah, I need to stop it from going there. I also need to stop it from just being an annoying little punk.
This is definitely a less chatty matchup than before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Let's bring it back to the analysis board. Yeah, both these guys are laser focused. Sapnap's thought process is really, really good. Also, he's very experienced. Didn't he like win or get runner-up in a bow test tournament?
He did. We had a tournament for Minecrafters, and he ended up winning it, even though he was not the favorite in the tournament. So he's very capable of playing great, and he trains his tactics. He loves chess. Knight e7. I'm liking that Daily Dose is starting to develop his pieces, and he'd rather trade off his knight on e7 for the center knight on d5.
This is a great move from Daily Dose, and he's very quickly making a comeback in this game. It's a very close position because both sides have 8 pawns, which is the way you determine that, and close positions are tough. This could potentially be a game-changing move, though. Bishop c4 is fantastic. If he lands a bishop on d5 and it lives there the rest of the game, I mean, it's like a lighthouse. It just...
I mean, this is a beautiful position to just explain why you want your bishop on the opposite color of pawns.
Yep.
Textbook.
Maybe b5. I've seen Daily Dose play a move like b5, or maybe it was virtual. Not virtual. It was Ghastly. They had a game, and there was a knight in the center, and the pawn went here. But I think it was Ghastly who moved his pawns like that. If I remember, okay, a5. It's not quite the same. Man, Daily Dose loves dark squared pawns. I mean, 6 out of 8.
And hopefully he's... Oh, I guess he can't even really castle here because the bishop on c4 is looking towards his king. And now that he pushes pawn on the queen side, he's probably just going to have to keep his king in the center, which does seem to be a theme that we're seeing in PogChamps today.
There is castles. Now, b5 is winning. The problem with this move is that knight e2 is a fork. Okay, that was just played way too quickly. Yeah, that's not... That was just tunnel vision. That was like, I push my pawn, and I pushed my pawn again. He had to just take a moment and go, I have a fork. The bishop sees that, so let me do something about the bishop. That's when you take, and your opponent goes, ha, stupid, and then you get this. And who's stupid after all, right?
Yeah.
That's...
I mean, it's easy to tunnel when you have a plan that you're just going to go for. And when your opponent makes a move that looks obvious, like castling, you just sometimes miss it. But wow, Sapnap sees it. He defends it. Holy smokes, Sapnap. He's playing some great chess.
Yeah, King H1 is what the grandmasters call a prophylactic move. He saw that and he went here. That's nuts. And now there's no more problems. I mean, a knight is not getting to G3 anytime soon. And this is not open. I mean, if Sapnap plays G4 on the next move, he should never play chess again. But like, I mean, if you put your king here, that's not actually a bad move, Queen A5. Looking for a queen trade. I don't hate it, but Sapnap might avoid it. He might do that. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I like it because Daily Dose's king is a little bit in a more dire situation than White since he's not going to be able to castle. That being said, though, Daily Dose needs to be fighting for a win. But again, trading the queens is good for him, so.
Yeah, there's also nothing wrong with queen takes queen, but there is in the sense that Black's knight becomes very powerful, you recreate this weakness. The best move for White in this position is probably to slide out of the way and then kick this knight out. And Black's position hinges upon this B5 move.
Yeah,
which is, I think, yeah, I was just going to say it's a bit too sophisticated.
I do like the idea of Queen G3. I know it gives up the pawn on C2, but then you could take the knight on E7 and really start getting up in Black's king.
Yep, Queen G3 looks good. I think we have the dual-sided view of both the players. I don't know if we're going to put that up, but they it's just good to see them representing. And by the way, he does play Queen D3. That is crazy. Like, that is a very good move. It's the best move, but it's not according to the computer because of B5.
Yeah.
So, like, it's the best move, but...
Levy versus Stockfish.
Yep. I mean, if Daily Dose plays B5, I will lose it. That's
But he's been pushing his pawns. I would actually expect him to see this because he's focusing on the queen side. He's been pushing the pawns as far as he can.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I expected him to try to relieve the pressure. Now, bishop takes, pawn takes would be nuts. Like, he would have to see a ghost to not take with the bishop. Pawn takes is like moving into an apartment with no windows. I don't know why you would ever do that to this poor bishop. And yeah, now the bishop is... Yeah, this is...
Look at it. It's doing the wooden shield. Strongest technique out there.
Shout out to PogChamps 1.
Yeah.
That was good times, man. I remember when the wooden shield was brand new. Bing, bang, pow, bing, boom. Oh, those were simpler days.
They were. Yeah, Queen G3, still a possible idea here. Sapnap just slowly moving out of his frame. While Daily Dose looks like he's a photo. He's so focused, I don't even know if he's still breathing.
I know. We gotta have heart rate monitors on him.
We do have to do it for one of these PogChamps. Maybe for the final. That would be sick.
That would be sick. Yeah, if we could get heart rate monitors. Ludwig, first you got to do the bracelet. Now you got to do the heart rate monitor. Apparently he's not watching, so someone's going to have to clip this and just get it to him. This is, again, not a bad move, but it's a bad move because the computer wants to start an attack. So, like, for humans, I think this is fine. This is also a nice move. Now, will Sapnap take?
So if he takes, he gets rid of his bishop, which is controlling so much of the board here. But if he leaves the knight there, the knight is kind of annoying, and it's extremely hard for him to get his bishop out of C1. I guess it's not hard. He just moves the queen to C2 and then moves his pawn, but it feels slow.
Yeah, and it's definitely the best move because the quality of this bishop cannot... Okay, he gives a check, but he's going to have to address the knight on the next move. And giving up this bishop is completely fine because this idiot is totally walled in. So you are completely fine losing the bishop on C1, but this bishop, and especially when you're trying to attack, opposite colored bishops benefit the attacking side. Look at this position. Okay, rook A2 is...
Whoa!
It's ugly, but it's the same idea. Okay, he's just moving the rook out of the way. And
the only problem, though, is because it's going to lose some tempos. I mean...
Yeah,
it's going to be way harder for him to get his rook out of A2, and he won't be able to do it unless he does trade off that light squared bishop now.
Also, yeah, you're 100% right. Also, I was highlighting to move the bishop, but the bishop is defended. He could play queen here first, but you're right. It would have been better to put the rook. Yeah, queen c4 is fine, but now we're getting tangled. Very tangled position. Maybe he's going to play here and move the bishop, but where? There? And then what? Like, maybe here, bishop. That's the best move.
Wow.
Great move.
He got it. He finally pushed b5 a little later than anticipated, but I mean, in some ways, I was about to say Levy, but Sapnap is playing without his rook on a2, except both of them are behind on development with the rooks and the bishop.
Yeah, it's exactly right. They're both, it's a very weird position. This bishop is locked in, this rook is locked in, this bishop is locked in. The best move for black is queen a8, forcing a queen trade. And white loses a lot of steam.
I mean, this position is very level. It could go either way. Okay, he doesn't want to trade yet, but king a7 is actually a good move. Even though the pawns are on the 5th rank or further, there's no way that white can attack his king, and he is kind of given space for his rook on b8 should he ever want to open it up, although he shouldn't soon, because then that rook on a2 could actually wake up.
By the way, this is a huge moment. I had highlighted this move, and I knew Sapnap was going to go for this, because sometimes he likes things a bit easy, right? This is an easy move. This is it, but it's not bad. Rook b8 is a good move. Again, the computer doesn't think so because taking is the best option for some reason I can't really explain. But now bishop d5 has to be played right now for white to seal off more squares. If he doesn't play that, black's going here, and he's going to be okay.
I mean, I actually do like bishop takes b3. I know it goes against everything he said and the positional understanding here, but he needs to get his rook out from a2 at some point, and he can't just attack the king with a queen and a bishop.
He can if king a8 is played, right? Like,
yes, if the wrong moves are played, he can. That's true.
Yeah, like, this is not a bad move. It's only a bad move because of that, and now the queen's got to, go over here and don't hang the queen in one move. He might just go back. And this is one of those spots where Delitos could panic and hang mate.
Oh my gosh, did you see Sapnap panicking? Do you think he thought he might have lost his queen or something?
I don't know. What is he panicking?
I don't know. He just put his hands on his head, and there was the look there for a second.
Yeah, maybe we can see. Let's look in on his stream if we can. He is looking very stressed.
Nope. We go here, bring this here. I mean, he's on full defense, but I mean, we don't even have to bring it here. Oh. Here?
Oh, I'm not a fan of that move.
Nope. Rook c7, and then there's no... Oh, he
what
moved
does he do?
it.
Yeah, he moved it. So he's losing, but it's impossible to figure out why.
I thought rook c7 just straight up worked.
But then there's queen e8.
and then you actually can't play bishop e7. I mean, you could play g5 and bishop g7, but it is a bit tough to see. Wait.
So this is nuts. He lost the rook, but the rook here is completely trapped. So if you take this, white is not actually winning, which is unbelievable because of how powerful this knight is.
And that's why rook a2 was a mistake to start off with. And usually he would have better placed his rook on b1 because then he could have escaped on the first rank. Let's see if Sapnap... I mean, it's still pretty good, though, for Sapnap to take it. Is it, though? Oh, not to take the queen. He should have at least gotten the advantage there. If he would have taken the rook, he would have won an exchange, which is getting a rook for a bishop. So it's like 2 points up. Sapnap aging 30 years in this match. I mean, chess is stressful.
Whoa.
I just saw him play rook f3. I was reading chat and I didn't see, and then Daily Dose didn't take it. Oh my god. Now he's going to have to go back and waste moves.
Whoa. What's happening?
The rook is on h6.
Oh, what? He lost it. He lost the bishop. Oh my goodness, it's match on. Daily Dose is about to win with black.
That was such a weird sequence of moves.
Oh my goodness.
Daily Dose doesn't grab the extra pawn on d3, but he's gotten his material back. Damn.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Daily Dose, this is his game. And also, he's up 2 minutes. 4:36 for Daily Dose versus 2 minutes and 20 seconds for Sapnap. The increment is how many seconds? Is it 2 or 5?
No. It's 5 seconds. But listen, Sapnap yesterday fought on from a totally hopeless position. So he could still find a way. If he eats a pawn and eats another pawn and just holds the fort, right? He just holds the fort. Daily Dose has been playing really quickly at some moments. So he might not be fully accurate. Also, are we really counting this dark squared bishop as a bishop?
Hey, maybe not yet, but he has hopes. Oh no, a free knight! Ah! Why are we, what is, I'm just gonna drink water.
He just rushed it. The Sapnap C rook takes knight? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And he's found it. Oh my gosh.
Poor Daily Dose. I mean, again, the position is still fine here, but he was finally up. Chess is really hard for beginners, says Mr. Cool. Chess is really hard for everyone.
Now rook takes h5. And now Sapnap is back to winning.
Oh, he doesn't take it?
Doesn't take it. This is as long as he doesn't lose. Remember, because he won game 1 in
6 moves.
It was in 6 moves.
All right, Daily Dose protecting his pawn on h5. Although the trade isn't necessarily favorable for him here.
Yeah, the end games are the toughest spot. So taking is fine. Put the bishop here and then infiltrate on the f file. But like, I don't know. With a minute 20, it ain't that easy.
No, that's true. I mean, most beginners never study endgames, so it's always so fun to see them during PogChamps because most of the endgame rules are never followed, and you just see people making stuff up.
I know, they just do whatever they want. But yesterday we saw Jarvis clutch it by moving his king up and then not just his pawn. Now g4 here would be lethal. Absolutely lethal because the h pawn just goes.
Daily Dose of Doboretsky. That would be cool. But yeah.
Look at him. Look at him go. He's just going for it. And Daily Dose has no pawn moves, which could just lose him the game outright. That he can't.
Whoa.
Oh, is he going with the king?
But he knows that he needs to activate his king in the endgame. That's a good sign. I don't know if he knows or it's just because there's no other moves, but regardless, it's good.
Wait. Oh my God. Alexandra, it's going to be king c5, king c4, king b3, bishop e6, checkmate. Like, you have to play rook c4. Bishop, you are going to walk your king. He hung the rook! He hung the rook! Oh!
And he saw, no, this is painful. Oh, I feel bad.
Oh, Daily
He's
Dose
having
sits
such
back.
a tough day.
He is.
Wait, Levy! The rook!
No, that was not a sacrifice. That he just lost that one.
Right,
we don't yell for that one. And oh, he just resigns and he's gone.
Damn.
He just resigned and he's gone. And Sapnap's celebrating. He just lost that one.
Right. Feels bad, man.
We don't yell for that one. And oh, he just resigns and he's gone.
Damn.
He just resigned and he's gone. And Sapnap's celebrating. I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, I'm seeing it over and over.
Hi, Sapnap.
I wanted to see what they
Congrats.
said. What happened?
We saw that you won. Oh, it's back to the scoreboard. He doesn't. Well, yeah. Well, that was a 2-0. Yeah, a 2-0. Sapnap told me yesterday that he was going to grind. And he was and he wanted to right the wrongs of his matchup versus Gasly, and this is the group of death, and anything can happen. And Sapnap with a resounding 2-0 win. One was a back and forth affair, which definitely reflects the ratings, and one was just an opening surprise. Gone absolutely right. What a match, right? I mean, that was fun.
It was fun, and I've been continuously impressed with Sapnap's chess progress. So I mean, he did play these games very well. That being said, I do feel bad for Daily Dose of Internet. It feels like shortest check tied for shortest checkmate in PogChamp history, and then going into a game where he's better in blundering pieces. I think he's just having an off day.
Yeah, for sure. This wasn't. I mean, he fought back in this game to his credit, but yeah, something was definitely a little bit off. Like, and I was actually really worried this would happen to Jarvis because Jarvis had a really good showing his first time out versus Frank, and then and then I thought it was like it was just gonna go revert or something versus CDawg, but he beat CDawg. But that does happen. Sometimes you show up and you play great. Sometimes you play poorly. But after that after the first game, it can be tough to bounce back. But that's that, right? That's life. Let's take a look at the group standings. Sapnap gets a very much needed 3 points. He has one more matchup versus a guy that is like the sleeping dragon of the group. His rating is the same rating apparently as some of these guys combined, and he hasn't played a match yet. Yeah, he's allegedly like 1,300.
Yeah, no, Virtual is supposed to be one of the favorites for this entire thing, right?
Yeah. So
and then Ghastly is way overperforming his rating as well. So yeah, no, this group is terrifying.
Ghastly's playing like a 1,200. Virtual, we don't even know how good he is, and he has a coach live in Norway. Like Anna Kremling is coaching the man. Like this man is being trained like a world championship camp. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to try to get an interview with the winner. If we can't, then we'll just keep on rolling. PogChamps 5 coverage will resume momentarily. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
And Fuslie beats the 2 pieces with the rook.
Aaron made a huge investment, giving up his queen for 2 rooks.
Black pawns are still quite fast. I literally have no idea what's going on. Oh no, he's about to lose on time.
Will he resign now? Oh, Patrick still doesn't resign. Patrick, please.
Click the subscribe button. See if it says subscribe free in purple. And if it does, you're golden, pony boy. Anyway, let's check on who's priming right now. Oh shit, it's my friend. Willis. Hey Willis, can't wait to grab lunch later. Catch you on the flippity flip. Anyway, back to the chess content. You guys have a good one.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage of PogChamps 5. We are looking at... That was a bit trippy. I thought we were still on that overlay.
Too.
We're looking at some of the moments of the match that just concluded between Sapnap and Daily Dose of Internet. It was a tale of two games, and that's kind of been the case. We're lucky enough to be joined now by Sapnap. Sapnap, what's up, man?
Hi.
Big congrats on the win today. We didn't have a chance to chat with you yesterday, so I just want to know your impressions of both matches. How did you feel after the match yesterday? Was it exhausting? Was it relieving, frustrating?
It was frustrating because I just threw away the first game, and then I should have won the first tiebreaker we played. So I just felt frustrated because I just felt like I should have won, but it was really close. I mean, I feel like this is the strongest group by far. So
yeah, your group is definitely the most difficult, but on the bright side, you won 2-0 today, and you got one of the fastest checkmates in PogChamps history. How do you feel about it?
I was kind of surprised it happened. I was like, I was sent. Oh, I heard that Daily plays the bird, and I was sent a gambit against it. And at first, he wasn't playing into it, and then I don't know, he just pushed that pawn, and I was like, wait, I think I can checkmate him here, and it worked out. So I was very pleased with that happening, I guess.
Yeah, G5 was crazy. We did not know what you were going to do after he came back with the knight, and I was like, oh, it's just going to be a gambit, but it's going to be a pawn down for black. And yeah, G5 was crazy. He reacted, and you didn't even see it at first, right? Like you were pushing your pawn, and Alexandra was yelling like, oh my god, he's going to push the pawn. But you took a second, and then you saw it. You just like took a step back, and puzzles in a real game.
Yeah, I think that's like my biggest thing is I just need to like take a step back and like just assess the board. Like I just get too excited when I think I see something and I just do it, and a lot of times I just blunder away pieces. But I think if I take a step back and chill, I can win most of these games. So
I like that you're very confident. I mean, you should be. You've been improving a lot, and you also have a lot of prior experience to somewhat similar tournament formats. Do you think that's been helpful?
Yeah, I think playing in tournaments like this with a similar format is always helpful. The first game I played though, I was actually very, very, very nervous, and I just started blundering pieces, and I'd reset like mentally. I was like, I'm just blundering everything. I threw away my queen. I threw away a piece and then a queen, and then I was just like, oh my god, like what am I doing? And I just had to I just resigned the game. I was like, I'm just gonna lose. I just need to mental reset and then keep going from there.
Well, you have a matchup coming up, and that's actually a guy that hasn't played any games in your group. So what are the emotions going into playing the mysterious virtual, who people are alleging is 12, 13? He's like the Bigfoot of the tournament. Any thoughts? You feeling confident? I know you will do a little boxing. Maybe you want to test it out on him. How are we feeling going into that matchup?
If I lose to him, he has to lose 2 games, right, for me to get through. So if I lose to him, I'm pretty much out, right? Like that's kind of how it is. I need to beat him to get through. Otherwise, you have to, or he has to lose 2 games he has to lose to Daily Dose and Ghastly, which seems unlikely, I guess, if he's that good. So,
well, hey, you're able
I have to beat him now.
George
if I want,
not found, you can do it again.
Yeah, if I want to win the whole thing, I have to beat this guy eventually. So, might as well do it now.
All right. Well, that's a good take on it. What would you say your odds are going into the match? I know you feel like you have to do it, but do you feel like you're the underdog, or do you think maybe
I have no idea, to be honest. I need to see him play. Do I play before him, or does he play before me? I hope he plays before me so I can see him play.
Yeah, I did the math mentally. You need at least a point. So you got to take him to a tiebreak, because if he stomps the group but you get a point, then you and Ghastly are tied with 5. And then I don't even know how all that works, because you obviously want to go to champions bracket. You're a champion, so you played in events like this.
Yeah.
What are the nerves like in this one versus PogChamps? Or I think that was the one that you played. You've played in multiple chess tournaments.
Well, this one is more prestigious. So I guess it's just, no offense to PogChamps, but
watch what
everyone
you're saying.
wants to win.
Just kidding.
You just want PogChamps is I feel like it's one of the coolest chess tournaments there is. So it's there's more pressure for this one than there is for PogChamps, even though PogChamps was awesome and I loved it.
It's great to hear. We're super excited to have you here for an interview. We wanted to chat with you after the matchup versus Ghastly. That might be the most exciting matchup, but now you have 2 records. You probably will set the record for the fastest win in this event unless somebody does it
Mhm.
faster. And you also had like a barn burner double overtime,
Yeah.
right? And everybody loves double, triple overtime basketball games. So
Mhm.
congrats on the big win today. Hopefully you can get
Thank
some
you.
rest and get some sparring in before the big match versus virtual. Thanks for joining us for an interview.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
Sapnap. We've got we're panning out now to the groups. We see an updated score there in Group B. I'm still calling this the group of death. Like the weakest player in this group averages around 700-800 skill level, which is just
Insane. Yeah.
it's so brutal. Like how did they not shuffle this around? Virtual, they got like a 1400 in there. I don't know. He's like 2100 at this rate. Ghastly's still up top though. Ghastly still won both matches that he's played in. And nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect thus far. So wow. That was fun.
Yeah.
I had fun.
No, I enjoy the games. I mean, are we also going to be talking with Daily Dose soon? Because I am still very curious what might have happened today.
Yeah, actually, he's awesome. He's still joining us. In it's really great when players join us in victory or defeat. Like, if I lose a chess match, I don't want to talk to anybody. If somebody wanted to interview, I would never do it. So I have a lot of respect for folks that like join win or lose, and we're gonna have a chance to speak with him in a moment. But first, let me tell you about some Twitch drops.
What?
Don't miss your chance to cash in on chess.com Twitch drops. You can earn 2 weeks of a diamond membership by watching 2 or more hours with participating streamers on Twitch. You must connect your Twitch and chess.com accounts to claim the reward. Drops will only be available for a limited time, so don't miss it. Use command drops in chat to learn how.
I'm getting in on this. I'm typing.
When I read this thing, I'm kind of like shocked. Nobody, are you involved in this when it says participating streamers?
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I was a little bit offended. Where's my invite?
Yeah,
For
I
you?
don't know. No.
Okay, well, now I
nobody
feel
invited
better.
me. I'm reading this like, what participating streamers? They didn't ask me anything. Maybe they meant the players. I don't know. But I'm kind of sad now. But listen, 2 weeks of two weeks of a diamond membership is nice. My friends, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a very short break, and we're going to get another interview for you with Daily Dose of Internet. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to PogChamps 5. Before we get our second interview of this match underway, just a few reaction shots from this match between Daily Dose of Internet and Sapnap, and that was from game one. First of all, Daily Dose, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining. Win or lose, how's PogChamps 5 been for you so far?
Miserable. Absolutely miserable, man. You know, the things that I'm a big competitor, and it just stings because I know I can play better, and in that second game I had it, you know, and then I think I just play too fast sometimes. So
I think it was also really hard to recover after the first game. Everybody gets tilted, and I know that you're a better chess player than what happened today. Is there anything you think you could do to just kind of feel better about this game after, and then come in with a fresh start for your next match?
I don't know. I'm so mad right now. I'm so competitive. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know I can play chess very well, and I just made a bunch of dumb mistakes. I had my bishop never moved. My bishop was completely stuck in the backfield, and I was trying everything I could to get the bishop out of there, and just couldn't. So just frustrating. I made 2 really dumb mistakes, and but I did not prepare at all for this. I wish I had the time, but I've been traveling in Norway and everything, and so it's funny because Ludwig, he's like, hey, you want to participate in PogChamps? I'm like, cool, and I was never given dates, so I just kind of popped up as oh, I guess we're doing it while I'm in Norway. So it's not a big deal, but it's just I'm not blaming it on anyone, but it's just frustrating because I know I'm better than this.
Well, you know, recently we saw Magnus Carlsen playing in the Bullet Chess Championship on chess.com, and he was playing in Barcelona while he was probably drinking and going to a concert. He didn't play that great. He was not in his home element. So he got back to his home studio. He immediately upped his level. It's actually all Ludwig's fault. He should have just told you the dates in advance, and you would have been in your home setup, and you would have just been undefeated.
I think that would have been the professional thing to do, but it's okay.
Well, why don't we focus a little bit on the bright side too? What are you doing in Norway? Give us a happy memory there.
Norway's been awesome. It's been crazy. It's just a beautiful country. It's super clean. The sunsets are amazing. So the sunsets last 2.5 hours. I don't know. It's just wild.
Wow.
And the sun doesn't even set fully here. It's so you can't even see the stars at night because it's still a little bit of twilight. But it's just been so much fun. And I just had some amazing tour guides show me where to go.
I want to ask you a featured chat question, but also the chess coach in me, and forgive me if I'm overstepping. I do just want to say, you've played 4 games and I've commentated them, and sometimes the result completely does not reflect the quality of the games. And watching your matchup versus Gasly has been in 2 wars, and he's emerged with 5 points out of 6. But I'm sure you're a competitor. That match could have gone totally either way, and the same in the second game against Sapnap. So I know it's frustrating. I know it's discouraging, and that the words might also be empty. I've been there. You play your heart out, and you don't have anything to show for it. But you have one more match, and even if you don't win that match, you can just obliterate the consolation bracket. Yeah. All right, take it out on the losers. All right. So I think there's still plenty of hope, and I saw your chess versus Gasly, and it was really, really good.
It was definitely more competitive versus him. It's just that first game with Sapnap, I was not awake. I was just whoa, that kind of woke me up. I should have played I should have played a few games or something before jumping on, but it is what it is.
Well, hey, sounds like you could do that in the next game. So you're actually in the same country as a virtual. Does that change how you feel at all? Maybe you guys can do a little something in person.
Really, what city is he in?
Oh, that we don't know.
Never mind. We missed.
If we did, maybe we will tell you privately. I don't know if we should just send a crowd of people.
I know, but.
Well, isn't he playing in a chess bar right now? So isn't he in Oslo?
That's tremendous. I don't know.
Yeah. I just opened his stream. He is in the Oslo chess bar right now. But maybe you're in a more unique city.
Yeah, that's like a 7-hour drive for me, but it's all right.
Oh, okay.
Well, Delitos, it's been great. Everyone's either, in this case, Alexandra, a friend, or myself, a fan. I don't know you personally, but I feel, you know, I've watched so much of the videos. Congratulations on all the success, all the hard work. I see all your, you know, your tweets and so on, and I'm sorry it hasn't gone your way so far, but hopefully match 3 does. And if it doesn't, you've got always the consolation bracket to destroy. So thank you for joining us for an interview, regardless of the result. Everyone's a big fan, and we're all cheering for you.
Of course, thank you. You know what I'm gonna do after this? I'm just gonna watch my reaction and everything because I haven't seen that yet. And I'm just gonna like cry. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you were taking it really well. You were smiling, you were laughing, and don't worry, every chess player.
Did you get my rage
there.
quit? Did you get my rage quit?
Yeah.
I think it was there. Yes.
It was good. It was good. Oh, that's why I was surprised to see you in the interview. I was like, oh, okay, he was.
I know.
I almost turned down the interview. I was like, no, I had to cool down a little bit.
Well, we appreciate it, and we'll let you go. You can watch the highlights. You can get some good food, and we'll see you back for your 3rd match. Thanks so much for joining, man.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Bye now.
See you. And that was your daily dose of internet. And we've got one more matchup coming your way, starting very, very soon in a moment here. We've got I Did a Thing versus Papa Plata. Alexandra, you had some insights into this matchup.
Yeah, I
mean, believe.
Papa Plata does have more experience playing in this type of tournament, as he was a participant in the first PogChamps. But from what I've seen from I Did a Thing, including his lesson with my sister, he is picking up the chess fundamentals very quickly. And I mean, I think he's also a slight rating favorite. That being said, I see that our chat is being taken over by Germany. So, you know, the fans might have some superpower here to motivate Papa Plata.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some German memes. I remember seeing this a lot in the first rendition of PogChamps. And all I will say about the German audience is they are my second largest viewing audience, like on YouTube. Sometimes they're third. Yeah, sometimes UK overtakes them. But Germany was one of the first countries to offer to publish my book in the German language. So Germans love chess. And
what does Latin shop mean? Okay, I hope I didn't say anything bad.
I have no idea, but let's put on some player cards. Let's give you a little bit of background, because this is the first matchup that we've had in PogChamps 5 of Group D. They were striking, like part of the Writers Guild and so on, and then finally we could convince them to come back and play. I Did a Thing. He's 825, and hopefully he does a couple of things on the chessboard. Over 4.5 million subs on YouTube. Very nice number. And this last one was weird because I think I know who they're talking about. Is that Joe Bruin who they're talking about? CCL Commissioner Joe Lee? Or
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have just said, you know, because like full names, I don't know full name. I know usernames, you know, like I frequently have to look up a streamer's real name because I don't know if I call them their screen name. Like I don't call you Botes Live, right?
That would be weird.
Yeah, but some people are just their username. Like I Did a Thing. Speaking of usernames and people who are their usernames, Papa Plata, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, one of Germany's largest Twitch streamers. It's his second PogChamps appearance, and he's played over 900 games on chess.com, which is a lot.
I like his photo. It looks like he's about to drop a rap album or something.
Oh yeah, he's looking looking good. Yeah, I like that. There he is. There he is on stream. He's probably is he watching the stream? Is that how what's up, man? How you doing? I don't know any German, so I can't even like. If it was Spanish, I could like hype him up. I don't know. I don't know nothing in German. Have you had German food?
When we were in Germany, did we even eat it? Not really. I haven't had a lot of German food other than like cheese and pretzels and meat, which I guess is delicious, but not probably the best for the diet. What about you?
This just sounds like an American's diet, you know? I love me some bratwurst. Oh, so good. Sauerkraut. Try to eat that all the time.
I do love sauerkraut. I'm a big cabbage girl. I am Romanian though, so it makes sense.
I see. I didn't realize Romanians love their cabbage. I also like beer. Like the Germans made my mom love beer. My mom never drank beer, and then there was a German restaurant, and she was like, I love beer, so my mom drinks beer a lot.
I went to Oktoberfest for the first time last year, and I know it's a little touristy, but the beer there was incredible.
Beer is good. Listen, Germans, y'all do some stuff right for sure. I mean, BMW. My goodness, I don't know. I don't drive a car. Do people like BMWs? What do you drive?
I do drive, and the thing I like about driving in Germany is there's no speed limits. Vroom vroom, baby.
Oh yeah, they got the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm moving. I don't drive by the speed limit.
Right?
Speed limit not for me. No, it's for the other people. Game's getting underway here in like a minute or two, but we've done a lot of talking about this is also an international matchup, right? Because it's Germany versus Australia. It's like a World Cup matchup.
Yeah, and actually, we were talking a bit about Papa Plata, but have you ever watched any of I Did a Thing's YouTube video and seen some of the crazy they do?
Yeah. I've seen a few, but I think of all the participants, I know the least about these two, which is funny. Like I know a decent. Okay, we have to talk about match format. They play 2 rapid games, which are 10 minutes and 5-second bonus. In case you don't know this, for 1.5 out of 2 wins the match, or 2 out of 2 wins the match, or we will go to a tiebreak. If it's 1-1, and we had a string of tiebreaks in a row, but then Sapnap decided to win in 6 moves, which was pretty legendary. He got the job done. Now let's continue to talk about Australia and Germany.
All right. Well, one of my favorite stories from I Did a Thing is he was telling this to a group of creators how he likes going spearfishing underwater in Australia. And one of the things he finds fun is hunting these little baby octopus. And then he described how you find these little baby octopus underwater and then you crunch into their little head and that's where their brain is. And then it all just squirms out. I just wanted you to have that image. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible. What?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was pretty terrifying. But also kind of hilarious to picture people doing that.
Dude, I don't even go into tropical water. I'm just afraid of them stinging me. I don't even. Oh my goodness. Well, this is why these creators have this many views and why they don't rely on Netflix shows to popularize the thing they do like we did. But I would love to go into water somewhere and bite a jelly. It was octopus, not a jellyfish.
It was an octopus. Fake story unless it's on YouTube. Well, I think this was a real story, and they've done some crazy stuff on YouTube. It's always him and his friend Alexa. They do videos together, and in a recent one they were going out to these coconut crabs, and they're these giant crabs, and they wanted to see if the crab could break a human finger. So they built out a robotic finger to test it, but that didn't work well. So then he paid his friend Alexa to use his own finger. And if you want to see what happened, you're going to have to watch the video. Levy's getting more and more nervous.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling it up on the second monitor here. But I have been instructed to let you all know what's coming up on Monday, by the way. We are having some more.
Oh, sorry, mud crabs.
Mud crabs. Yes, indeed. It sounds equally as terrifying. On Monday, because we give you the weekend off to spend time with your family and wonder why there is no PogChamps coverage, we'll be getting started on Monday with the massive top 2 actually it's not top 2 because Virtual hasn't played a game. I'm just assuming he's top 2, but he hasn't actually played yet. Virtual is going to play his first match in Group B, and it's going to be against Sapnap, who's currently in 2nd place. And after that, we're going to see Squeaks take on Tyler 1. And I'm going to await to see if Tyler 1 challenges me to another $10,000 chess match.
Wait, he did? What happened?
Well, I was explaining to the audience that he played quite well, and I thought he had very good chances in his group, but he should fine-tune a couple of things, and then he would be really, really strong. But I said many positive things. Unfortunately, he paused it when I said the negative thing and said, who am I? And he would smoke me in a match one-on-one for $10,000. Then he said he would probably also beat Hikiru, and then he would probably beat Magnus Carlsen. So all 3 of us versus Tyler 1. Now, then I had an idea, and this is my public offer to Tyler 1. I offered to visit. And I can also bring the dog because he's very cute. And I could give him some chess lessons in person. He could teach me how to not be a noodle. Like he would teach me to bench press. And I thought, it's good. It's like nerd and jock, and we just do the thing. But I could also just play him. That would also be fine with me.
No, I think that would be a fun collab. I'd like to see it. You teach him chess, and he teaches you weights.
Yeah. He is very, very muscular. I'm just going like that's. He's so strong. He should chess box. Like
Oh my
that
god,
would be great.
he would kill it, and the crowd would go wild. But actually, I'm not going to comment on height.
Why is he giant? Or
I don't want to get paused and challenged to a $10,000 chess match, Levy. Okay, that's your job.
I see. Okay, makes sense. Well, we have a game that's starting in a moment. I did a thing, Papa Plata, and they are looking. They're looking ready to go. This is our first. I think this is our first truly international matchup. Neither player is a US-based creator, and
All right,
Canada doesn't count.
Hey. All right, Chad, who are you cheering for, Australia or Germany? Actually, I don't know why I'm getting the Germans started again. What am I thinking? Didn't work so well last time. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they haven't started the game yet, right? I don't... Oh. Well, they're definitely... All right. Apparently they have started their game, just not on my end.
Oh.
It's a Vienna.
Okay. Wir gehen für die spannende Musik doch.
Can you translate that for me, Levy?
No. I can't.
We are seeing a lot of similar openings.
Yep.
Although I like that there's a pawn on a3. He's preventing the whoa, that's a cool animation.
Yeah, he's got the oh, the board is up. Hey, shout out to the deck team. All right, we've got a totally symmetrical position. Not not exactly. I mean, h6 and castles, but so it's 740 versus they're who is Papa Plata's playing black, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, Papa Plata is playing black. Yes.
The chat can't see this, but on my side, they're both named Papa Plata. I was very confused. The chat has no idea because it just looks pretty, but behind the scenes, both players are Papa Plata. I was very confused. Okay, I did a thing is playing with white. Outstanding. I did not understand. Anyway, this is a fantastic move, and that's also a great move. And is he going to castle long is the question.
That would be exciting. We have yet to see a castling opposite sides. Honestly, we barely have seen castles today, so I would like that.
I know. I feel like so many kings have been left in the center. Bishop h4 is very nice. Bishop h4 is nice.
Yep, he doesn't want to trade because he wants to keep the bishop pair. Are you worried about the pawns on c4 getting doubled after the bishop trade?
No, that's way too sophisticated for me. I think I'm actually more worried if white takes. Oh, okay. Well, it's happening. I'm more worried if white takes and then this rook gets open. This is okay. This is nothing scary, I think. I'm more concerned white is thinking.
Yeah, true. You want to just be taking those as fast as possible, saving time. But even though he has the double pawns now, they are helping create a knight outpost on d5. And not an actual outpost because c6 could still kick in. But you know what? Let's not even focus anymore. He pushed g... Oh, I was hoping for a sack.
Yeah, why did the computer hate that so much? Oh, it just wanted to sacrifice. He has the queen. That's why. Knight takes g5. You don't want to push pawns like this where you've castled. But I'm worried that another guy is going to call me out for a $10,000 match, so I'm just going to say it was a good move. And the reason
this guy eats octopuses, so you got to be careful.
No,
actually, it's Papa Plata.
Yeah,
the names.
Yeah, he might also. I don't know. Octopi.
Octopi, yeah.
Octopi. A3. Nothing scary about this move. Got to be careful with these knight ventures. Got to be a little careful because if the knight can't actually go forward, it's gonna go back. Oh, that's a professional move. King to b1. Wow.
This is what I mean. He really understands chess fundamentals very quickly.
Has he been doing lessons with y'all or Andrea?
He did a lesson with Andrea, yeah.
How did y'all meet if he's in Australia? Does he do a lot
He
of...
was at Creator Clash when my sister was also fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and actually, you know what? I'll share this in between the break. But him and Alexa once stayed at our content house at the same time as the Chess Bras, and everyone went to sleep. And those guys just became the best of friends and stayed up until like 6 a.m. So, you know, there may have been some secret exchange of chess knowledge there.
Oh, I see. Oh, that sounds like tremendous fun. I like to stay up until 6 a.m. and exchange chess knowledge. That's wonderful. By the way, Papa Plata, just no respect for the king. I mean, the king bought a house and proceeded to shoot a bazooka into the roof. And there is just... this is all open, and it's raining, and it's going to rain a lot, and very quickly. I mean, rook h4 removes the knight. Even knight h2 removes the a3 knight. Okay, queen h6, just not right now. Yeah.
A3 works. I mean, he could kick out the knight at any point. It wasn't really necessary, but maybe he feels like he wants to make sure there's no attack on his king before he starts to make an attack on the opposite king. Oh my God, Papa Plata looks so angry. He looks so intense. I love it.
Yeah, he's got to spin the wheel. Maybe the wheel will give him... Oh my God, he found rook h4. Aussie, rook h4. He found it, and the knight is no longer going to be able to defend the pawn, which means queen h6 is just made. Like, it's over if he goes here.
Yeah, he's playing this extremely well. What other options could he try? I mean, h5, he would just be giving away a free pawn. Yeah, maybe even sacking the knight and playing a move like rook e8 just to get his king to safety. But that's very hard to see.
Yeah, you might need to defend yourself with something like a queen move, but this is from bad to worse. It's you just have nothing, and that is why moves like g5 are so dangerous. Even if it doesn't result in an immediate punishment, just 6-7 moves later. And,
hey, it's good to know that you can still agree with Stockfish. You've been giving him a lot of flack today.
I mean, at this Stockfish, we shouldn't even. Can I? You know what? I'm going to rebel. I'm turning this off. It's not nice that an AI gets to watch two 700s play. I mean, it's just not fair. It's like if an adult like was in a classroom of 6-year-olds and made fun of them. I mean, it's just not.
Well, that sounds like my elementary school experience. Was it not yours? Whoa, and he's doubling. He did that in like 2 seconds, putting pressure towards h6. Yep. And yeah, if it was his turn to move here, he could sack. Although I guess f5 would be a nice way to defend.
f5. I mean, we'll see how clutch he is. Because both sacrifices are good. There we would yell the rook, but it's kind of like a baby sacrifice. It's nothing epic. So, you know, we'd go here, queen h6. We would quietly whisper. Rook g4, queen h6 is a knockout. Rook h6 is hoping that gets taken, but it's not checkers. Mm-hmm. This right here we could yell. If he plays rook takes g4, queen h6, yeah, let's see.
Okay, it might be it, guys. It might be another sacrifice the rook moment, but only if it's deserved.
Only if it's deserved. Let's see. Not quite, but if Papa Plata takes it, yeah, I mean, it's still good. In fact, it's still good because the only move is rook g8, and then the king just dips. He's just like, yeah I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm like the SpongeBob meme.
Yeah.
Queen h6 on the way, and I did a thing is about to do a thing to this black king. Oh my goodness, king to g8.
Wow.
Let's see, he's hyped up. Let's go to the stream real quick. Let's pop in and see what's going on.
This checkmate. I got a long time to think about it. I've got 7 minutes to think about it. If I go there, I don't think he can move anywhere. I don't think he can move anywhere. I don't think he can move anywhere.
In poker, this would be called slow rolling.
If I move down here,
yeah,
he can't eat. And then he can't do this. The queen is not taken. This feels too easy.
Disrespectful.
This feels too easy.
This is actually hilarious.
Like
he has 3 checkmates in one move
to drag out the game. I'm gonna have to do it.
Boom.
Oh, is that Alexa? I think that's his friend with the crab.
and he's done it.
Oh, it's Alexa.
All my preparation. Years of work.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Prigozhin push paid off. Okay, let me no. How do I
That's
join?
amazing. I did a thing. Does the thing indeed. Takes a 1-0 lead versus the German streaming sensation Papa Plata, and that was a clean game from start to finish. Almost cleaner than eating a mud crab straight out of the water with your bare teeth.
Octopus, but close.
Oh, I thought it was a mud crab. Yeah, that was a different thing.
Don't worry, there were a lot of sea creatures. I'd get confused too. But yeah, I mean, it felt like Papa Plata made that one mistake opening up his king, and then he was just never able to recover. And I did a thing, just played way too well.
This is probably why we didn't get Group D going, because they would just make everybody else feel bad. I mean, that was demolition. I think the game review, somebody run a game review on that game, because I think White's estimated elo is going to be like 1,400. I mean, he played really, really, really well. That was a great showing. And I don't know much about the players in Group D in terms of chess. I mean, Cutie's there, but yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, Cutie has played PogChamps a few times now. We have seen her studying chess. She has been getting better and better. But it's also easy to get rusty in between these tournaments.
I have been informed that I did a thing's username on chess.com is Papa Plata stinks.
Oh, that's why we were confused.
He changed his username to trash talk his opponent. Is he going to change his username every single match?
That would be pretty epic. Can you even change it that many times, or do they freeze you? Oh, you can only change it once, so it's just going to be that forever.
That's absurd. That is some psychological warfare on a different level. Can you imagine staring at that if your opponents were just like, Alex Botas sucks? You're just like, what? Like, what did I do to you?
I respect it. The trash talk and the psychology is part of the game, but maybe Papa Plata will get his revenge. Okay, so the second game has started.
Yes, we have a typical PogChamps beginner special. This is the most popular position after 2 moves in the beginner database. I think this position has been reached like 70 million times. It's actually insane. Knight c3 is obviously taking us somewhere else. There's the Italian, there's this. But the position that we just had with Knight f3, Knight c6 is the most popular, which is why y'all should play the Vienna. We saw the Vienna do some crazy stuff today multiple times, but this is 4 knights. Nice.
Does Lucy ever get jealous of the Vienna?
She plays the Vienna.
Oh, wow.
She's like 1100.
Lucy. Oh, that's pretty sick. We should have had Lucy in PogChamps. I mean, but she has a real job and things.
Yes. She provides the health insurance for the household. We're not doing that. But she'd be great. She'd be great in this event. What are these mysterious h6 moves? That's my question.
I like it. He's avoiding the pin. It is. Oh, sorry, my lights were flickering randomly. Okay, we got another very symmetrical position, and it looks like they're playing the same thing, but with sides reversed.
Yep. Papa Plata is going to play this, I think, because that's what he did last time, but with black. So I would imagine he's going to do the same. Maybe he does the Sykkuno special. That's a great move. And I basically feel like I did a thing just understands the symmetrical position slightly better than his opponent. That's just what's happening.
And
right?
I mean, his pawn push might end up being more annoying as well because there's an actual pin on the queen, whereas a3, b4 does get space on the queen side. It does bring the bishop back, but then it kind of ends there.
One funny thing, this happened in the Sykkuno Frank game, and Frank took, and Sykkuno took with a pawn, and then Frank went here. But that's ages ago, and people in the chat don't even remember what they ate for breakfast.
Right,
so,
and the colors were reversed. But you're right.
But that's what Frank did. He went here, and then he pinned. But in this case, we have queen takes.
So that was a mistake. He obviously shouldn't have traded off his bishop yet. He could have... Oh, actually, never mind. The pawn was on h3. What am I talking about?
He's got to go back. Queen d1's the only move. Will he find that, or will he go here? Big question. The accuracy of the players after 10 moves. 95.5 for white, 93.1 for black. The best game of PogChamps literally ever.
So far.
Except maybe Sapnap's game. Except maybe Sapnap. Sapnap probably played 100% accurate.
Although I don't think G5 was accurate in Sapnap's game, but
he played perfectly. It was a perfect game.
I see.
Exactly like Coach drew it up.
You're right.
Not really, but you know.
Well, Papa Plata's taking his time here. That makes me feel. Yeah. Okay. So he sees it. He plays Queen D1, but now Black's knight on D4 is going to be quite annoying. He's going to continue looking at C2. And unless he plays a move like knight e2 to try to get him out of the center, it's going to be hard to kick him up.
Let's check in on I Did a Thing, see how he's feeling about his position and his 1-0 lead in the match. Profound thoughts here.
Fucking trying to distract me. Oh, the camera's on me, and I've said stop trying to distract me. Okay. Well, I think I know what I'm doing, and I like it. I don't think he's got anything. Papa Plata, you got nothing.
Are there people in the room yelling at him?
I could even just push the
Yeah,
pawn
I think
in front
it's
of
his
the queen.
roommate and friend,
Oh, no, he's got too many
the crab guy.
pieces.
Although
Is the
that's
camera
a
still on
terrible
me?
nickname. But the guy who
This is my good luck
sacrificed
charm,
his
everybody.
finger.
I caught a funnel web spider this morning. It's the most dangerous spider in Australia.
That's so cool. Did you know you could be a
found it in my
professional
pool.
spider hunter in Australia?
What was
He
that?
moved his horse.
Yeah, that's a
Is
cool
there a
looking
fork
spider,
there?
eh?
This is why Alexander Volkanovski is going to go down as the greatest fighter of all time, because like
castle.
Australians are built different.
Castle.
That's true.
I could castle.
Just another regular day.
Yeah, he just showed us. He said it was the blank something something in Australia spider. What was it? The most venomous?
Dangerous.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And
wow.
I guess he just caught it and kept it in a jar for fun. Because what else do you do with your time in Australia, other than win at chess? I guess.
He's playing at 96% right now, and if he plays A4, C3, A5, like it's just an avalanche for Papa Plata. I mean, he's playing. Oh my God!
Wow.
Papa Plata, oh my! He's getting revenge for the spider. That's what he's doing.
He is biting his nails, though. He does look a little nervous. But he's doing the right plan.
You think? When's the last time Papa Plata caught a spider?
I don't know. I feel like Germany in the summertime, they're definitely going to be out there, but otherwise it feels a little cold.
Yeah, that's fair. I really want to go to Australia. Speaking of which, it's a fascinating place.
All right, so here you're showing the arrows. The pawns can just continue marching. The computer really likes Papa Plata's position, but as Levy said, we don't care about. I'm not going to commentate on all your arrows, you crazy man.
Yeah. I just want that. But I figured that, after we could go here, we could go takes.
Yeah.
Etc. That would be quite nice. But he has to play A4. I mean, he might play, I don't know, G4 again, and that would not be any good.
It seems like he learned his lesson. He's keeping the pawns tight to his king. He's taking his time. He's slowing down a little bit.
Okay, I don't love that move because I'm worried he's going to open up the G file and he's going to go Queen F3, Queen F6. It's going to go here, here, and then it's going to be mate. It's about to be this. Okay, the same concept. This. But then there's Bishop E6. Then there's a check. So he's going for this pawn and not this pawn, which means when he takes this pawn, he can play Bishop here and... So I don't know. Still some chances for white.
I do wish he would have continued attacking on the queen side here because it seems like he was getting close to that plan. And even if you were somehow able to take F7 and F6, you still don't want to open up the files looking towards your king. But, he's going for the rudimentary. He's just attacking pawns.
This is a great pawn to win, too, because you're going to trade off black's queen. If you just took on F6, you wouldn't actually be doing that. But I did a thing could go rook h7, rook g7, guard his pawn.
Yeah,
and then
that'd be awesome.
And then double up. I think rook h7 is the top computer move. Yeah, it is.
And,
I
but
will.
Even if, oh wait, is he the one who's? Oh, for a second I thought he was arrowing it because your arrow went over his overlay, but that's all right.
All right, rook g8 has been played. So now queen f7 is a great move.
Yep.
And after queen h3, there's bishop e6 check, massive counterattack. But if he doesn't play that and instead he goes, oh, I'm getting threatened. Okay, bishop f7 I don't love, but at least everything is defended. Now rook g5. Oh, nope, that gives away a bishop. Look at that. I mean, a rook. He could take it with the bishop. It's been a long day. I don't know the names of pieces anymore.
You're
Just
doing great, Levy. Yeah, rook g7. And then luckily for Papa Plata, he's still controlling the g8 square, so I did a thing won't be able to just double up his rooks. But he does get it with tempo.
Well, you know what could happen? Rook here, bishop here, rook here, thinking you have an attack, and then bishop f5. Like, he could go here, and that's very bad. That's a big oops.
Instead, he goes back to f8, so he's no longer on the semi-open file. But he is still kicking the bishop out of f7. Do you think Papa Plata is going to end up taking on h6?
For sure, because he's going to see that, yeah. And then he's going to be like, I'm winning a lot of pawns. Maybe knight e7 now. Maybe I did a thing, realizes that the bishop is a bit annoying, so he wants to get rid of it. Or he'll just go f5, because, I don't know, he's Australian and he does what he wants.
Yeah, I like both of those options. And once again, we have him castling on the opposite side of Papa Plata. What we have seen so far is it's mostly been I did a thing that has been attacking the king. So we'll see if that changes since, you know, there's... Oh, he went for it. He went for f5. He just likes pushing his pawn.
Yep. Don't hate that move at all.
Nope.
Don't hate it. Now, rook takes. Don't want to trade queens. That not only is trading queens bad because you're down material, it also just straight up loses a rook at the end. So you got to go rook f5. Should we check in on I did a thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're going to see what...
lined up. Like if
I feel like if we
thinking?
watch long enough,
Queen
there'll be
across,
more
my rook
poisonous
across that, all
animals that
pointing
appear.
at his king.
Or insects.
I should open up another square to escape from though on that side at least, and I can bring my horse out now. He's got to move queen. If he just eat that pawn there, bro. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, eat the pawn.
Okay, so he was almost
come
planning
across
to sacrifice his pawn.
I could.
I guess he understands that he needs to be going for the king attack here, and he also saw that he can't move his rook to g8.
Yeah, but does he see bishop e6?
Oh wait, do I have a fucking pinned piece up there?
Right
Is
on
that
time.
Pinned?
Oh
What?
no! Why did he play it anyway?
Look at what a ridiculous thing that I didn't notice earlier. I'm going to pretend that was on purpose. I thought
he was talking about bishop e6, not taking on f2.
I mean, a good.
Yeah, I
got real confused there.
Yeah, he thinks this is brilliant. You know, there's the players that think they don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something great. And then there's this, and this is the latter. This is... You're going to get one more check, but then the king is going to go back. But maybe, maybe he's going to go here and he's going to win. I don't know anything about chess. This is PogChamps.
Yeah, and queen f5, he's still going to have the bishop e6 threat, losing a queen. So hopefully he sees that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Bring on a Bota's Gambit, says Jason. Well, we haven't seen one yet today.
There we go. Queen goes to f5. Maybe he's gonna, he's gonna go here. That's check, by the way. So, all of this might be possible.
I think we're okay. Well, now he doesn't have to worry about the e6 fork anymore. But he is down material.
Queen takes d3. Maybe we bring the queen back. Queen d3 is a great move because then you start feasting and this gets very scary for white.
Yep.
So let's
Remember,
Waiting.
chat, if we take anything away from today, it's when you're up material and you want to have an easy life, just trade off your pieces, simplify, it'll help. Oh, what's Papa Plata reaching out for?
Where's he going? We just lost our German streamer. Oh, there he is. What's he doing? What is that?
You're getting more candy? I think that's what it was earlier.
Oh, his mouse battery died. Oh, that's bad. Yep.
Okay, B6, don't love this move because now it's weakening the light squares on the king side. And yes, the bishop is pinned now. He also didn't see the pawn on D3, but now the knight is actually under attack. So maybe Papa Plata is finally getting his revenge.
King E2 is brilliant, by the way, because it sets up this and that.
Yeah, this is tough defense.
That's crazy. That is a crazy move. The computer is trying to...
Boch's Gambit?
Oh, bishop G4.
Moment of truth.
Look for maximum danger.
I will say, I looked at the arrows on Papa Plata's stream, and when he moved King E2, he only saw the knight, but that might change now. He hasn't seen it yet, though. He's looking at bishop G5 right now. Uh-oh.
I mean...
wait, he slowed down. He slowed down. Moment of truth.
Okay, but he can get it on the next move because rook E8 is going to be played, and then bishop G4 again. Or bishop E4 and then rook F1, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, this position looks very good for white, and he's up a minute on the clock.
There's also all sorts of like back rank problems when queen H8. The king can't actually come off, so he's going to have to go here. So I think this move is going to happen. I think he's going to find it.
And regardless, he has definitely played this game much better than the first. Even though his king is once again out in the open, this time it was for good reason.
Oh, this king, I mean, yeah, the white king is having a great time. The black king is okay.
You were right. Levy the predictor. Rook E8.
Yeah, I understand the human condition as it pertains to being below 1200, you know? All right, bishop G4. Like, taking is a completely good move because you just give away the bishop for the knight. And then maybe queen H8, and then the king comes up. And then as the king gets closer to the queen, you go, oh, wait, I had bishop G4. But let's see. Let's see. Does I did a thing even know what is going on with bishop to G4?
I did a thing looks like he's smiling. He probably doesn't feel like the rook takes F2 was a good move anymore, but he's fighting through it.
There's also some like bishop takes and then bishop C6, and the king is stuck on the back rank. That's another way to put a checkmate net. I think we're going to pop in on I Did a Thing's his camera, at least. We don't have his live stream. I don't believe he's streaming, so I'm going to draw arrows here. See, this is me drawing the arrows, so you see that point. But
well, why would you not
what he's
eat
thinking.
it? Why would you not eat it? Why would you not eat it? Why would you not
Queen
eat
H5
it?
is a weird move, but I guess he's attacking the rook.
Because does he want to eat and then eat my queen? Is that what he wants to do? You want to eat and then eat my queen? But you just kind of gave me the opportunity to protect it then. I mean, I still lose that piece, but...
Well...
Why would he not eat that?
This makes the Botez Gambit less possible, because now, after bishop G4, you have a blocking piece.
Yes, it's still very much the best move. It will continue to be the best move, probably for the duration of the game. Rook here, there is still bishop G4, and queen here, you know, that's the best move, but then maybe queen check and queen here. Okay, game on.
All right. And again, to win the match, I Did a Thing just needs a draw. And hey, if I was him in this position, I would be ecstatic to get a draw.
I'm not even sure. Like the GMs know that, right? The GMs are like, I'm winning, so I just need a draw. I'm good. He's just.
I
like,
don't think he's thinking that either. Yeah.
Oh well, what a good move! Bringing the only piece that hasn't moved yet, Rook F1 and the G2 pawn, but it doesn't exist. Rook F1 is just clean. Bishop C6. Get on the light squares. Infiltrate. That's what you have to be thinking of here. Only bad intentions.
Yeah, he's playing this very well. I feel like we saw a different player from game 1 to game 2. Maybe he just needed a warm up.
Yeah.
The time is getting pretty low. 2:38 for I Did a Thing. 3:42 for Papa Plata. It's going to be wrapping up pretty soon.
C5's a nice move. You got to try to open up for the queen. There's no other way for black. Like the queen would love to teleport, but can't do that. There's a long journey there. And right now the queen is playing defense, which is not really what it should be doing. I mean, it should be more offensive, but there's not much you can do. The position is very tough. Very tough.
I really like even moves like Bishop G4 with tempo and then bringing the rook to F7. Although, there's so many good plans here for white. As long as he's thinking about a plan and where he wants all of his pieces to go, he'll find something.
Yep.
I Did a Thing takes with the D pawn, which I like. He doesn't want to open the B file. That would be pretty dangerous for his king.
But what's white's next move? I mean, it's been 28 moves and white is playing at 90% accuracy.
Wow. And someone in the chat said that they think Papa Plata is nervous because he normally would have seen the pin. And I'm sure that people are more nervous in this tournament than they would have been just playing casual games. So I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, nerves play a huge role. You completely miss things you otherwise would have seen. Bishop C6 is kind of a little bit one move style. Like rook is going to go here now. And then he's going to have to find rook F7, which is tough, but definitely findable. And then queen F5 check. Guy can't draw arrows. Queen F5 check and so on. But, okay. Yes. Had a feeling. Rook F7. 2 minutes, 40 seconds for white. He can't keep thinking for 20 seconds at a time. He's gonna flag.
I mean, it's hard to play bad positions.
Hard to play good positions too.
That's true.
They're both going to run out of time. I mean, again, white is spending another 20 seconds. He's spent 30 seconds on this move. Like, they just don't have...
It makes me nervous, but I like that he's taking his time. I think it's important. And worst case, he has those pass pawns. He could always push them if he gets too in time trouble.
It's very easy with 2 minutes to just be like, oh, I know I have to trade queens when I'm up, and then you do this, and then take, and then you lost your bishop, and you're still winning because the rook endgame, 2 pawns up, these pawns are flying down the board. It's very easy, but oh my god, I have a very bad feeling he's going to go here. But maybe he sees this and he's going to move it. But this is a very natural move to play because you just trade the queens.
Yeah, he's been queuing it up. But I'm sure he's going to see that the bishop is under attack. It's close enough to his king. There we go. Bishop b5. All right, Levy, you don't got to be afraid anymore.
Yeah, the bishop is completely safe now. Also, the king is completely safe. And queen e4 and this, and also getting the rook in. But time is ticking. And they are really taking their sweet time to play this game out. I mean, it's 1:25 on the clock for black. 1:20.
Man.
I think we're going to listen into the German side of things.
And chat, you can just translate for us, all right?
Shirt, weil das hier ist protected und das hier wäre halt dann hier protected.
Hey, I can understand that.
Ich glaube, das wäre fast das Beste, was
He
ich
said
machen kann.
Gotham Chess is the best channel to learn for beginners and intermediate players, but also the Botez live channel, and a lot of their IRL content is tremendous fun. That's what he said.
I'll take it.
He said you gotta subscribe to both. That's what I did. That's how I learned chess.
Ooh, okay. So he found another plan. He started pushing his passed pawn. And that's not actually a free pawn because if queen takes h4, you have queen f7 check.
Yeah. Yeah. Queen here, you were right. Queen takes, there was queen f7. And if there was mate. None of that was seen by either player, but we're just going to put it there. This is completely defended. This is such a fortunate position. The queen is hanging. Will he play queen takes pawn? But the clutch defense from Papa Plata, and the rook is getting in too.
Yeah, Papa Plata is playing this incredibly. But I did like e4 as a try for black here.
There is still rook to e5. If white plays, I mean, it's almost over, by the way. Queen e8 is a mate. Like, queen e8 is threatening mate in a lot of positions. Queen e8, he will go back. But if queen e7, rook e5 is a fork.
There are traps. Although, yeah, queen e8 does feel like a more natural move. We know that newer players love checks. You give a check and you feel good. What more do you need?
And like always, 2 ways to win a winning position. Trade the queens, endgame, boom, or go for mate. He's got 120 on the clock. This is terrifying.
Oh my gosh. He just hovered rook f1 for a second. But just a second.
What?
Just a second. Yeah, no, it was 1 second, but it was a very confusing second.
His time is ticking. He is arrowing for queen to e8. He might think it's mate, but then queen to e8, and then he's got to realize he can trade and push. Yes, he could just go here. Or this. He's trading, and he's going to push his pawn, and that's probably the end of black's chances. It is impossible to save this with black unless white stalemates. That is it.
I see the pop-up comments saying, come on, I did a thing. It's nice to see you guys promoting your creators. He's going to need a lot of help surviving this game, but it's not over.
I mean, it just as well might be. As long as Papa... he did not realize that he could have just pushed the pawn, and now the king is off the back rank, and anything can happen. King here. Oh my goodness. The nerves are going to set in, and the more time that he has to make a move... Oh goodness. Does he realize h7? He does?
Wow. Nice move.
Is he going to defend the pawn? Defend the pawn and push the g-pawn.
He's going to do it.
There it is. King
we
d6.
Love the checks.
g5. Okay, he's taking. The more pawns you take, the higher chance of a stalemate. Oh, he's lost the rook, but this Papa Plata,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
He sees it. Oh my goodness, he's got some pawns remaining, hoping for a stalemate. I did a thing, just has to run, and he's got to push the pawn. He's got to get rid of his pawns.
Oh no. You might not know. He's trying to chase the pawn. You got to go the opposite direction.
Yeah, all you can do here is hope for a stalemate, or hope for the rook to be blundered somehow.
True.
King f6. King f6. Step back. Good. G6.
Nice.
Oh, that's it. Oh, this is a frozen position now. Bring the king. Freeze the pawns.
Under 1 minute for Papa Plata.
Oh no. He's behind on the clock. He plays d4.
Yeah. The only thing that might happen here is his nerves. It's really hard to play in time pressure, and he knows that if he somehow doesn't win, he loses this match. And as I say that, Daniel Wrench's comment pops up. Papa's so nervous. Yeah, no, I can tell. I mean, he's been playing so well. He has nerves. You have to
just have a game plan when you get this deep into the end game. You got to go, all right, I'm going to cut the king off, and then I'm going to get a second queen. I don't care about any of this nonsense. I just want to, so just like go here. But psychologically, it's so hard to let go of this, and he's down to 40 seconds on the clock. Oh no. This is trending totally in the wrong direction. 30 seconds on the clock now. He plays all the way back. He's going to lose his pass pawn.
It's okay. He'll make another one. He's got the D pawn. Okay,
I
did a thing. Goes towards the F file, so he won't get cut off. That's good.
Yes, and white is going into give checks and panic mode, and now he's going into push the pawn as fast as possible mode, but the king is going to get caught. Now the king could get caught on the back rank, but king b6 now. Don't go to the back rank. Back rank a7, king 8, bishop c6 mate. You got to go up. Oh no! Check.
Uh-oh.
Then I can get up there.
Uh-oh.
Check with the pawn.
Okay, Papa Plata, this is it. Moment of truth.
Check with the pawn. Oh my god, please don't go here. Oh, he's trying to set it up. That's clean. That is clean. Pawn to c4, try to get a stalemate, but he's gonna move his king. He's forgetting about his pawn. Oh, he's done it! But that's it, he's gonna queen! He's making a queen, he sees it!
Checkmate.
Oh, Papa Plata with the endgame technique. A8 queen promotion! And he gets the job done. Let's go for a live look. See the last moment of the game here.
Ich glaube, ich hab's, Chap. Boom! Let's go! Oh my god, let's fucking go! Boom! Alright. Wir gehen ins dritte Match, Chat. Wir gehen ins dritte Match.
Amazing.
Oh mein Gott.
Amazing. 1-1. The score of the opening match in Group D, and we have our fourth. I'm not going to keep counting them as we keep getting them, but we've had multiple tiebreakers on multiple days. It's 1-1 in Group D between Papa Plata and I Did a Thing. Both players winning convincing games with the white pieces. We've been here before. This is a PogChamps special. Both sides winning with white. Yeah. Everybody just wins with white. That's what they do.
No, you're right. But I think this is one of the closest tiebreakers that, well, I mean, it's the closest tiebreaker we've seen today in terms of their strength.
Oh, for sure. And it's really going to come down to that rule. Let's just remind everybody, speaking of that rule, of the tiebreak rules, the game that they play now is 7 minutes less than they get for the 10 minutes. So it's 3 minutes and 5 seconds bonus. And the person that plays white is determined by the accuracy of the previous games, which I think, based on the game that you just saw, Papa Plata played 85% over 58 moves. If this man is not playing with white, I don't even know what to say. If the match is tied after this game, then they play again. They just switch, and we repeat until somebody wins. I Did a Thing.
Well, his first game was so accurate.
Yeah, I've just been informed that despite the 85% accuracy of Papa Plata in the game with white, I Did a Thing was more accurate and gets white in the playoff. That's crazy.
Well, I Did a Thing is going to have to stop getting distracted by Alexa and by the spider on his desk. I will say Papa Plata did look a little bit more locked in during these games.
He looked locked in. He looked. The game is on, by the way. The game is on. We have e4, e5, and we're gonna get the same symmetrical stuff, but or maybe not. Queen out. We going for cheese? No cheese. Lactose intolerant. Knight f3. Bishop c5. There it is. Look at that.
Another one of the most common PogChamps positions.
Yep.
Chat, don't forget, use your channel points. Predict who you think is going to win so that you can get more free internet points.
Yes. Let's do it. By the way, Papa Plata blocked in his bishop. Not a huge fan of that. Don't hate it, but it's better than pushing the pawns in front of his king. That's an improvement already. Bishop e7.
And this game, we don't see an early h3 from I Did a Thing. He's usually blocking those pins, but it seems like they're going for a very similar game to the first one with more opposite side castling.
I have never seen a beginner so cerebral in which side he castles. Like, he castles queenside all the time to create attacks. This is not even a blunder, by the way, because knight f5 is a monster attacking move. Knight f5 is winning for white. It is winning if he plays it. But 4 pieces could take, and he doesn't see it, and ed4, and Papa Plata is winning now because of the exchange loss. Oh, goodness.
It's just too easy to focus on recapturing the last piece that your opponent just took.
Yeah, especially when you have 4 pieces that could take it. Like, how could you not take it, right? Yeah. And oh no, this is the famous boomerang. The knight guards this.
Wow.
Oh, he's losing the bishop too. Oh, Papa Plata from the top rope and the pin.
Oh my gosh, this was just a tumble of bad events. And again, this is the first game where I Did a Thing didn't play h3 to stop the pin, and look what happened.
The only thing that is stopping black from winning is that he's up a rook, and the rook is there. Like, rooks are endgame pieces. So if I Did a Thing now just does this with everything he's got left, he might still save the game. So that's it, because this rook is going to be a long while away from participating. This is not over, but only if white plays like this.
Papa Plata is thinking again.
Just don't take. Don't take. Do not take. Right? We don't want that.
You don't want to open up that file. Okay, Queen F2 I like.
Back up. Back up. Yep. Now, will he do this? Bad move because the bishop is immortal now.
Wooden shield. Here we go again.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot today. Sapnap had it. That's not a good move. You don't want to open the center when you're trying to attack. You want to lock it, have as many pawns together as possible. Now, takes is good. Bishop can get in. There's A5. E6?
E6 works. Trying to push the pawn towards the king would also be a good idea. Rook F1 I actually don't hate. He's probably seeing that if D takes E5, F takes E5, he's going to attack F7. But now he has to do something to not lose or trap his bishop on B3.
Yeah, but he could play F5, F6. Oh, C3 is not a bad move at all. But F5, F6 would be vicious if black allowed it.
True.
Because of all of this. The bishop should stay here. It should not go back this way. And unfortunately, they've just played too fast, so nobody's in time trouble, right? That, like, you can't rely on the clock. Oh, the reroute. Look at this. Okay. He's doing the right thing.
Easy move. He can just play it quickly. Not sure why he's taking his time here.
Yeah, let's see what I did a thing is thinking here. Down a rook against all odds. The monster comeback potential.
Okay. Let's ignore that. Push.
Yep, he's going for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He might win this game. No, he pushed the wrong pawn. Oh, and he might lose the game. Oh, F6 was opening the king. Oh my goodness, he might lose it all.
That's all right.
He definitely can't eat it. F6 was right there.
And he had it arrowed too. Wow.
Yeah, let's pull up the analysis board. Now it's over. I don't see a way for white here. He's still trying. He had the right idea. Totally wrong execution. F6 would have potentially won him the game with check and mate. Oh, he was so close. How do you?
Yeah, I mean, now he's just down way too much material. I mean, it's almost over. He still has some ideas. He could even play, bishop b3, get his bishop on the long diagonal, and start pushing his other pawns. At the end of the day, it is still blitz, so they aren't going to be as accurate as they would with more time.
It's true. Yeah, rook e1, and black might accidentally give the bishop, and suddenly white is winning because of bishop b3. What was that was a move. I didn't click that on accident. But yeah, queen and queen b2 is game over. Does Papa Plata see the sneaky queen sneak to b2, ending the map? Oh. All right. Oh, goodness me.
We're going to need to move like bishop c2 or queen c4 to come in with the queen to protect.
Okay, we have checks. We can go here and take. Does he see this? Oh, check. The clutch defensive move by white. Wow. Now, of course, black is still moments away from winning. But, oh, don't go here. I would hide the king. You go here, and he's done it. You could... The only chance white has now is to get to h7. That's
I mean, there's even a world where he could sacrifice his rook on h7 if his queen could get to h5.
Yes.
Because the king can't go back.
Yes.
g8 is
controlled. What?
Oh, he's going for it. Something.
That is a ridiculous move. Papa Plata has to play a4. If he gets scared, this is insane. That is a crazy move.
He's hovering over it. He's looking at a4, and now it's just... He's a little bit afraid of bishop takes a4.
Yeah, let's go check in. Oh,
yeah.
He probably doesn't see queen b2. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. He's touching his bishop. Okay, I see the move that he played on the live board. We're about to see it here. It's not a good move. It doesn't deal with the situation. Queen c7. Queen c4. Like, again, it's these light squares versus dark squares, right? f4 is not what you want. d5 is not what you want. You don't want any of these moves. But he had to play a4 to remove the blockade, but now he doesn't see a way in.
Ich bin ein bisschen überfragt. Ich glaube,
But the thing is, I did a thing also doesn't see the correct plan to attack his king yet.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to keep a little bit of defense and hope that your opponent gets lower on the clock. Papa Plata, 1 minute 24 on his clock.
Yep, 124
on the current board, not the one we're watching.
Yeah, let's go. Let's pull it back here. Black is down nearly 40 seconds on the clock. He has played d5, which was a free. Oh my goodness, that's mate. Queen takes g7 is checkmate on the board. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, he stopped it.
Good job.
Now, Queen e1. Does he see the bishop is hanging? Queen to e. That is a ridiculously sneaky move.
I mean, Queen e1, and then even if he defends his bishop, maybe trying to reroute it to d1.
Yep.
And oh no, he just goes back on his cozy square.
But a queen h. Oh, that's check. Oh my goodness. I mean, but still, I don't love this because you're drawing attention to the h file. But I guess he's doing what Ghastly did. Ghastly tried to get in with the. That's a incredible move. Now rook h3, queen g2 is a fork. This might be it. This might be the conclusion of the game.
Is king b1 the only? Oh no, he has to move his rook.
Yeah.
Where does he even move his rook and defend it? He can't.
He can't. Maybe he goes crazy, just sacrifices the rook and tries to. But queen g2.
Oh.
Queen g2 from Papa Plata is vicious. And there it is. He's picking up the rook.
Wow.
And that might be it. Short of him losing on time.
King.
Yep. Absolutely. Crazy. What a clutch play here. The queen rotating. Take the rook. And that's... Losing this game will be impressive now by black.
Hey, don't say that. Don't jinx it.
He could bring his rook. He could keep checking, but...
I mean, he'd honestly need to do something like a4, get his pawn blocked, and then just try to sacrifice his bishop and queen and go for stalemate. But even then, it seems unlikely.
The king is out here, which means mate can't be far away. Pawn to a4 is brutal. The bishop has to walk into a pin. If the queen leaves, it's a discovered check and probably mate. Queen here and here. Oh, and he's just pushing. He's just going to make another queen because there's nothing white can do.
Hey, sometimes simple and straightforward is the best plan ahead.
Yeah.
Especially when you're low on the clock. Just do what's the easiest way to win.
Oh, my
No need to stress.
No need to stress. C4 is the only thing that you could do here with black is somehow by an insane turn of events you could stalemate. I don't even know how.
Yeah, there's no way yet. But I did a thing is getting so low on pieces it might be on the horizon.
Queen to b7. C4 is a discovered check, but you lose the bishop. The only way to lose with black is back rank mate. You would need to lose literally every piece, or at least two of them.
He can just continue with his plan, even if he loses his bishop. He's so ahead here. F3, F2, F1.
Yeah. It's just nothing. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Okay, he plays bishop f6. Fine. I would go king a4, just for no reason.
Just want to get out of the pin?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remove my king's squares that the king could go to. So yeah, f3 is but there's nothing. I mean, queen f5 is very sneaky. Hope that he's pushing and you just take the queen, but yeah, just f2. He's just gonna go. He's changing his plan now.
Queen d5. Keep the queen and the bishop looking towards g8 just in case both the rooks somehow decide to get off the back rank.
Yeah, queen d5 is the best move because the rook might come down and he might lose this rook. Oh, 15 seconds for white, by the way. Did not even realize.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, he goes there. He's looking for mate somehow. f2?
I respect it, even if it's not going to happen.
Crazy. Yeah, there's not much white can do here.
No.
He's trying.
Yeah. He's got to keep going. He's about to flag. 5 seconds. Oh, and he made it just in time.
F1 queen. Black is up a ridiculous amount of material, and queen to c1 is just mate momentarily. Oh, there, bishop e7. Okay. This is considered a missed win because the computer sucks. That's a free queen, but it could be stalemate.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's a bit lucky he didn't lose his queen there. King A4. There's still no mate in 1. It might be rook B4, King A5 and a mate. Okay, that's mate.
Okay. Yep.
That's mate. That's mate.
Mate in 2.
Queen B4. Oh, he's missed it. King goes here. Now D3 is discovered. Check and mate. Pawn push. He misses it again. Oh my goodness. Could we be headed for a stalemate?
Queen D3. I know it's a free queen, but that's not his best stalemate chance.
Oh no. Oh no. There are ways here. Pawn takes, queen H7 is still.
Oh.
He's not checking him.
So close.
Queen A3, and that's it. Just queen A3. King A2, queen to A3. He might go here. Queen to A3. Oh. The only move.
He's doing it for content. He's a big streamer. He knows what he's doing.
And White loses on time.
Das war's.
Oh, he was pre-moving checkmate. Okay, there you go. He played with our emotions just for a second.
Let's go!
Huge. Let's go indeed. Wow.
Boom, chat! Oh my god, let's fucking
Amazing.
go. Holy shit, nicht geworfen.
That was...
Nicht geworfen.
That was incredible. What a match.
The music is very fitting. It's celebratory music.
That was a wild match. What a great match to finish the day on. 2-1. Papa Plata opens the scoring in Group D over I Did a Thing. One of the craziest comeback matches. First match, totally one-sided. And then he followed it up with a one-sided victory of his own and a clutch 50-move performance in the tiebreak.
Wow. This was the highest level match of today. And we really saw Papa Plata step it up. Good for him there.
Oh yeah, I couldn't be happier for the guy. Amazing. We're obviously gonna try to get some interviews next. What a day. What a day. Amazing international matchup there. And let's take a look at our standings. 2 points for Papa Plata. One of those points is given to I Did a Thing for even making it to a tiebreak. And Fuslie and QTCinderella yet to get on the board, but that's okay, because I think many, many players haven't had a chance to play yet. That was fun.
It was. Does that mean that we're bringing them on soon?
I think so. I think our plan right now is we're going to check in with the players. We're going to hope for an interview, but we will be right back with PogChamps 5 Day 3 about to wrap up. Don't go anywhere.
This right here is how I use Chessable and why. I've been using it for a long time. I mean, if you look up here, I actually have my streak. It says 1,231 days, right? You're gonna forget a lot of the things that are in the book. Chessable came around. When I got on Chessable, it's literally, I was already doing that. So this is now a game changer because I can do it faster. It's online, it's in front of me. All of my books are here. There's gonna be folders now so I can categorize by white, black, and tactics in game. But I literally have everything in one areas. You see I'm scrolling here. This is what I like to show. They're like, how many Chessable books you got? I'm like, all of them. How I use Chessable is actually I do a lot for the opening training. I do tactics on here. I do calculation. I do in-game. I do everything but the database. All my training on here all the time. Chessable is the wave. This is why I like to use Chessable. It's actually helped me. I remember even online, I was only like capping out at 2350, almost 2400 in Blitz and Bullet. My chess comm is 26 with a high of 2774 in Bullet. And I blame all of this, like success, really is just working on Chessable. Just being honest with you.
Do you wish playing a chess game with a friend was as easy as sending them a text? Well, good news. Now it is. With Chess.com's new iMessage app, you can start and play a game directly in iMessage. Your friend doesn't even need a Chess.com account. It's just tap and play. Head over to go.chess.com/iMessage or use the command iMessage in chat to learn more.
Oh, I didn't even realize they started. And Charlie busts out the Dutch.
The Dutch defense by Charlie. And wait a second, has he pre-moved his kingside development? Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
What?
He has pre-moved the entire kingside development.
Yep.
Oh my
That's
God.
why those squares are moved with red.
Have you noticed,
Mr.
Jimmy?
Beast is making actual moves.
Have you seen?
Wow. He lets his
I
chess
hold
do
the
trash
future
talk.
in my hands.
That's
The
epic.
future in my hands.
Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage of PogChamps 5. We're just seeing some game footage from this last match of the day here on day number 3. We see X-rays, we see pins and discovered attacks, and it was a back-and-forth match that ultimately was decided. Boom! In the words of Papa Plata versus I Did a Thing. We've got both of them joining us. Thank you both. Sometimes we do interviews separately, sometimes we do them together. It was an amazing match. I know it went one way, it went another way, it was back and forth. I want to start with the German streaming sensation himself, Papa Plata. Welcome to the show. I want to compare your experiences. You played in PogChamps once, you're playing in it some years later. What's your chess journey been like?
I have played like for like 4 months or something. I casually play on my phone, like 1 or 2 games a month or something, but not much. You know, I have trained for like the chess boxing event of Ludwig, but I couldn't participate because I had an incident with the ear. But yeah, that was the last time I played chess.
Are you trying to rub it in? You're trying to rub in how little you played chess. That's all I mean.
No. That's not the plan, man. I was so nervous today.
The cool thing is that both of you guys have done boxing. Would you ever do chess boxing again? Maybe a potential matchup here?
Oh my God.
I mean,
it's instigating.
I would definitely do it, but yeah.
I guess you would fuck me up, man. I saw a video
You
like
fucked me up in chess,
half an
so
hour
it's
ago of you like ripped and six pack and muscles. Holy shit!
Dude, he's crazy. He in the middle of the game versus you, he picked up a spider and he like in the thing in a container. He said, "I caught a spider today. It's the most dangerous spider in Australia." Australians are like different people compared to us. Like you guys are the strongest, scariest people on the planet, man. It's unbelievable.
It turns out it's the most dangerous spider in the world.
Oh, really?
And you're just keeping it on your desk?
It's just walking around in Australia?
Well, I was keeping it because I caught it. And then I was like, I can't just let this loose anywhere. And I wanted to, he wasn't looking so good. So I was heating him up with a hairdryer to try and revive him. And then the chess game came. And that's why I was late for the chess game. So I was like, fuck, now I just need to put this spider on my desk. I was just been staring at it all game.
It sounds like that spider maybe was a distraction a little bit.
Yeah, it could have been. Could have been.
I've wondered, the chess scene in Germany is like really big. I'm not sure if you're aware how big it is, but Germans are number 2, number 3 for like viewing audience in the world. It's US for me personally, at least. And then it's very close, tied UK and Germany. Like, is there a very, very strong chess culture there? I mean, I know you don't stream it all the time.
I'm not sure about it. I mean, I have some chess friends, like a German chess streamer and stuff, but I'm not pretty sure, to be honest. I guess it's not that big in Germany, like when it comes to streaming, you know. So not many people are streaming it, but I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure. But I every time I play chess, people really enjoy it. So, and every time I participate in this tournaments and stuff, guys are like, the people in the chat are really enjoying it. So, yeah. But I don't know if it's so big in Germany. I don't know, man. But the German community in general is very like active, I guess. It's very strong somehow.
Well, speaking of chess, you guys have your upcoming matches still with Fuslie and QTCinderella. I'm curious how you're both feeling about those. Maybe we'll start with Papa Plata. Sorry, Papa Platte.
It's Papa Plata, but it's fine. It's fine. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so
sorry.
Two more matches. Yes.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry. English isn't my first language. I guess I try to train a bit more and maybe go through the matches we played today with my German chess friend and coach, and try to improve to the next match maybe a bit more. And maybe I was very nervous today. Maybe I can reduce that for the next time.
And the same question goes to Mister. I did a thing over there. You were making plans already for what's after the stream, and if you're gonna go surfing, spearing,
sauna.
It's an incredible lifestyle you live over there. I mean, is any of that gonna be helpful to prepare for the future games?
I think sauna could definitely be helpful. Clear your headspace a little bit, and then maybe spearfishing, murdering some animals. Help me get in that kind of bloodlust, which might.
I did
help for
actually
chess.
tell the story about you biting the octopus brain on stream.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Oh, that's horrible. It sounds like a monster, like a psychopath.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, it's gonna be a clip. Yeah, she really traumatized me with it. I just wasn't prepared. And she just brought it into a chess stream. I didn't even know. No judging. It was just very left field. I didn't know what to do with that information.
But no. I think it was nice playing those games because it gives me some perspective of how stress actually impacts the games. And I think moves which I would have clearly seen for like in the final one in the third match. Just that move where I just pushed the wrong pawn and realized afterwards, I was like, if I just pushed that other pawn, it would have opened something up. And there were so many other opportunities where I just noticed it later. I'm like, there's a fork on the queen that whole time. If he moves it down, I'm just like, it's hard. It's hard, but it's fun. Very fun.
It's fun. It's funny you're saying that. Yeah. We and of course, no, like, both of you played exceptional. We were saying it was the closest match of the day. The accuracy was super, super high. I know both players can't win a match, so somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. But you both got Group D off to a great start. I want to thank you both for coming on. I know it's. I don't know what time it is in Australia. I was going to say it's late, but it's like 14 hours time difference with New York. So if it's later, if it's early,
it's early. Yeah.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Papa Plata. I know it's,
Thank you very much.
1 a.m. there, so hopefully we can let you go sleep. And we'll see you all back very soon for your next matches.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for
Have
joining
a nice
us.
day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye, guys. One last look, everybody, at the group standings. We've got finally an update in Group D. Papa Plata takes an early lead with 2 points. I did a thing. He certainly did. He played some incredible chess today with 1 point on the scoreboard, but there's multiple matches remaining. Tyler 1 is in a lead in Group C, and Group B had some shuffling today. What a day it's been.
Yeah,
Alexandra. That was a
great.
very fun match.
I've missed PogChamps. I'm glad it's back. And, the tournament is still very early. I have no idea who is the favorite for this thing.
Oh, yeah, me neither. We see Frank on stream delivering a mate today versus Sykkuno. We've got Sapnap aghast with the 6-move checkmate off the opening trap. And this match was a barn burner, decided ultimately by time, but a very convincing tiebreak win by Papa Plata. Very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun day of matches.
Chat, let us know which one your favorite was for today. And when is the next match? When can people tune in?
We're letting people relax for the weekend, or maybe we couldn't wrangle enough streamers to compete, but I think it's everybody's off on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, let's look ahead to Monday before we sign off for the day. We're really looking forward to the first matchup on Monday. I will not be covering it. I get a day off, but the matchup on Monday that we have coming up is going to be Virtual versus Sapnap. That's a very, very exciting one, as well as Squeaks and Tyler 1. We have a little card for those, but I don't know if they were going to put them up. But now regardless. So whether we're on screen or whether they're on screen, it's all good.
So come back Monday, chat.
Yeah, come back on Monday. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you don't, you're not going to remember over the weekend. You all have crazy lives. You're going to find out. And we have another match on Monday actually, which is Jarvis versus Sykkuno. And that's going to be a 3-match day on Monday. Group A finishing up Group B, getting underway with Virtual. We haven't actually seen him play, so we're about to find out. Group B is Group of Death for sure. I'm very much looking forward to it. I had a blast today. A lot of very fun chess. Alexandra, I don't know if we know our commentary schedules. Are you aware of when you'll be back?
I am actually going to be traveling for the next week, so I won't be there. But I will be there in person for the live final. I hope to see a lot of you guys there. We haven't had a live PogChamps final before ever, so it's going to be very, very exciting.
Super excited to look forward. Super exciting thing to look forward to. Yeah, for sure. It's in 3 weeks exactly on August the 18th. But this was a very fun day. So far, we've had nonstop chess action, and it will continue over the weekend. You all get some rest. We will get some rest. PogChamps 5 will resume on Monday, July the 31st. We'll see you then.
goodness me, I'm shaking. I'm shaking right now.
Sykkuno forgot about his bishop.
Then we go there. Okay, that's a checkmate, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good job, Sykkuno.
Oh, it's on the board.
What just happened? I just don't what?
Oh my goodness, Sapnap is a genius.
Checkmate.
He hung the rook. He hung the rook. Oh,
I feel bad.
Queen H6. Boom. And he's done it.
Oh, it's Alexa.
With the endgame technique, A8 queen promotion.
Boom, let's go.
The only move.
Okay, there you go. We played with our emotions just for a second.
Let's go.
Huge. Let's go indeed.
Let's go.